Hello, everybody.
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. And I'm your host, the astonishing Melanie. I'm the little host, lowercase h host.
The little host.
All caps host is Uncanny Omar. Yay!
How's it going, everybody? I am the Uncanny Omar, and welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel. She's already said that. What else do I have to say? What is my thing?
We are on the laptop because the computer is not cooperating.
Doing some updates. We'll see if that fixes it. If not, that's why it looks.
And I'm having a little, and the mouse. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the mouse, but anyway, so it's not quite as quick. What kind of nerd house is this? What kind indeed, Circuit 42? You have the answer to life, universe, and everything in your name.
The welcoming kind. You're welcome to come over.
From Kentucky. It's Saturday morning,
and it's live.
Unless Max, you're where you live, and it's not morning.
You're where you live.
If you're where you live, it may not be morning.
East Central Illinois. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here on this Saturday morning. I did a live stream last night, impromptu, because that's just the way it is. Non-stop. Vote to have. Shut up,
it's right
Tina.
Here. It's right here.
No, please don't go anywhere.
There we
Don't
go.
go in. Oh my god. Why'd you say something, Tina? Hello from Cleveland. What's up, Joel? How are you, buddy?
He's just sitting here.
And how is everybody this fine Saturday morning, or afternoon, or Sunday? Good morning, Omar and Melanie. What's up, Mark Zimmer? How are you, my brother? Sup, Minties from Spain. Morning, all. Good morning, guys. Thank you. Thank you all.
Because the time changed.
Yeah, it has changed. Logan, how are you, buddy? And you have summoned Alf. Camarones. Do you know what camarones is? What?
Are they?
No. It's something you eat. Well,
yeah, squid, octopus, something like that, right?
Sure. Yes, it lives under the sea. Yes,
well,
just like the Little Mermaid.
What is it?
Shrimp.
Oh.
Camarones.
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Oh man. So
hey, Alan, how are you, buddy?
I think before we get to some questions, we need to give a big birthday shout out.
Oh, this is important. I was
husband.
Like, what is
what? Your birthday was Thursday.
You didn't even make me a special gift. You're recycling the gift you use for everybody. That's how welcoming Melanie is. She sees everybody as equals, including her husband.
Do you want this or not? I'm about to not give it to you. All right, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncanny Omar.
Oh, I like that.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the people that took the time to say happy birthday to me. You all were so sweet and wonderful. I didn't do any work on my birthday. I don't think I remember what I did. I think I just zoned out the entire day. I don't think I watched.
You got a haircut?
I got a haircut. Yep.
Got a real job.
I got a haircut, and that's about.
Don't be a slob, or whatever the lyrics are.
That's not the lyrics.
Sure they are. Get a real job.
So it was nice. It was nice and relaxing. That was on Thursday. I was going to do the video.
Yes. I'm about to an actual cake. All right, fine.
Yes, I'm sure people would love to see that. I did. Let's see. I was supposed to work, but DC never sent the thing because DC's under new management. So, March. That's right, baby. Thank you so much for remembering that. Miguel, how are you, buddy? And
just
Dana,
baby. You just call Richard baby.
I call everybody baby.
Uh-huh.
Dana, how are you? And Jacob and Jimmy. Hope y'all are doing well this fine Saturday morning.
Jimmy's still yet to reach the Morbius section of it. What's it?
I'm not sure where he is or where he thinks he is. So, gracias, hermano. Muchas gracias. Wait, squid, something under the sea. Did someone say calamari?
Calamari.
Like Joseph Calamari? Calaman. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is smaller.
Smaller screen.
Like Joseph Calamari, a former executive vice president of business affairs of Marvel Comics Group. Dang, what a connection, New Sweet Channel.
Wow,
I'm going to be filming a review of Ultimate Invasion, the trade that's coming out in a couple weeks or next week or something. Well, regardless, it's coming out this month. When I was preparing for it, I was thinking of all these like random connections. So with our ADHD powers combined, we've got it, New Sweet Channel, making connections to things that people may or may not care about.
This is why you take so long to write these things?
No, it's because I'm trying my best. But I was like, hey, that reminds me of something else.
I was like, why are you? She worked 2 hours, right? It was so cute. I'm like, baby, just wing it. That's what I do.
Because I'm not good at talking off the top of my head. I need to write it first. Otherwise, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, you're an English teacher. And you did teach me English. So happy birthday. This is my first live. I changed my job finally.
Oh,
Thank you for that, Pablo.
I'm glad that you're here, Pablo.
What are you doing now? Let's get to it. We all know some big X news drop. Thoughts? Is there any Marvel property Jen McKay doesn't write for? It's
That's a good question, John.
Okay.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Yeah, I'm excited as well for the new lineup of X-Men writers.
Okay, so I said I didn't work on my birthday, but the news dropped on my birthday, and I messaged Oddfell and Peter yesterday, and I said, you all don't know how many times I almost hit send on my message to let's jump into a stream and talk about these X-Men books. And Peter was like, I was about to bug you, but it's your birthday, so I didn't want to. That was so sweet. So I think we're going to plan on doing a live stream maybe tomorrow. It's the best time that I can do it.
You do have a live stream tomorrow.
In the afternoon or late at night.
Like 2 separate live streams?
I got to get this out. Got to get this off my chest.
Talk to Tarun about X-Men.
I guess I could, yeah, and then I'll loop Peter in, and then we can do an
X-Men
okay. topic.
No, that's a Tarun Grunbeck stream tomorrow. What time?
It's a birthday stream at 2:00.
Yeah, but like she's the star.
Is she though?
Yeah.
Okay.
People love listening to her. I love listening to her. I want to join. So yes, Jen McKay and
Eve Ewing and Gail Simone. She is the first lady writing X-Men, I believe, an ongoing X-Men series.
Pretty cool.
Really cool. And it happens to be one of my favorite writers, so I love it.
G, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, my buddy. How are you? Love that car. How have you been, man? I saw you on comment on the Old Reader, New Reader. You weren't there live, but yeah.
Do you think that will these new X-Men books in anthology trades like they did with Dawn of X?
I don't know. I think Dawn of X was great at the beginning, the way they were doing it, and then for some reason it just kind of didn't sell as well towards the end of its last leg, and part of the cancellation was because it was a lot of trouble to put them together, and the sales didn't mandate it. So I don't know if they'll try. I don't think so. I'll be honest. I don't think so. Thank you all for the belated birthday. Thank you all. Thank you. Melanie, there's this a lot of nonsense in my head.
So it's a whole lot of random sense in my head.
Oh, my buddy, Project Viking. Well, okay, Project Viking.
Oh, wait. Did you tell him? Be poetic and tell him happy birthday, please, Project Viking. But
he did. He texted me. Louise Simonson and the Mutants and X Factor, but not Uncanny. Don't you come and actually me in my house, Alex. I still love you. But yeah, Uncanny hasn't had a lady writer, like an ongoing lady writer.
Oh, did he just actually?
Yeah, he did. He did without actually typing actually, though. He's smart like that. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. What's up, this Comic Cooks?
What do you cook? Ted is asking, speaking of Old Reader, New Reader, any more drunken live streams besides AMA?
Tonight we're having a party on a special for this special occasion.
Oh, you're not doing a live stream though.
Maybe if I get drunk enough.
No, we're
last year. Jess called me and he was
we're
like,
playing.
Okay, the art on New X-Men
a game.
feels like manga book to me.
It does. It is definitely. I picked it up this week. Talk about issue 1 of Uncanny X-Men by oh my gosh,
wait.
Momoko.
He said New X-Men. You're thinking of Ultimate X-Men.
Wait, did I misread it?
I think you did. You're thinking of Ultimate X-Men, and that totally has a manga flair. He's thinking of the New X-Men. You're thinking of the New X-Men titles, right? So you're talking about like Ryan Stegman. Carmen Carnero, though. Her artwork is just phenomenal. And who is it? David Marquez. Solid artist. I think Stegman has that McFarlane flair. Marquez tends to be more of that manga style that you're talking about, but still has his own solids. I really like his art. Actually, the 3 artists that are on the 3 main books, I dig a lot.
Ken is saying that he's glad to see DC finally starting to put out more collected editions, need more out like Superman and Super Family ones out.
Well, like I said, we'll be doing a poll for the most wanted DC Omnis and most wanted DC Omni and Absolute reprints. And I will be happy to share those with DC Comics. But, you know, whatever they decide to do with that information is up to them. They can just throw it away, delete the email, whatever. But I did make a promise that I would share that info with them at my contacts.
And Sasmer, yes, there is an update on the C2E2 panel. I'm so proud of him. It's happening.
Oh, yeah. We don't have a schedule yet, but we are going to be at C2E2, and our panel got accepted. So very, very cool.
Because Lars wrote the proposal, right?
Yeah, and Lars has
the application and such. So it is about how to care for and feed your Omnis.
Yeah, he wrote it all. I'm like, okay, what are we talking about?
Is that awesome? So guys, if you're going to C2E2, and there's not some huge other person that has a panel at the same time.
Yeah, you know, like Jenny
Come check out the panel.
Like Jenny Kay and Gail Simone talking about the new X-Men book.
It'll be Omar, Lars, Oddfell, and Maddie. Right?
Yes.
You four.
Yes.
And I'll film it. And Danny sent a super sticker, and let me scroll down, and here is the comment from. What is the matter of Superman Silver Age 1? Will you review it? It's signed great, it seems. I love these DC Omnis. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, it's taken a long time to read, so I'm on like 2/4 of the way through, but I'll be doing an overview of it for sure. Just because so many people have asked me to, and well, you know, DC Silver Age isn't my cup of tea. But on my overviews, I do take my thoughts and opinions out of them and just tell you exactly what the book is and what you're getting. So I've done it before with Golden Age books.
When will you start the DC poll? Did you mention that?
That will be in April sometime.
April. Okay.
We got to get through the Marvel solicits and the Marvel Epic reprints, and then the Tiger Eyes reprint poll, or the most wanted Marvel Omnibus, is that that kicks off on March 24th.
Okay.
The next, not this Sunday coming tomorrow, but the following Sunday.
He's big. I have to bring a little Alf puppet like James.
That thing is huge and it's creepy.
Let's see. Michael watched your DC Collected Editions episode earlier today. In my defense, I ended up selling one of those Spider-Man 2099 Omnis. Space didn't allow a copy of every cover variant.
Oh, okay. We were talking about if anybody out there buys 2 copies of the same book just because of the different covers. And I thought, if somebody asked me if I did, I'm like, I don't have, like, no. Because if you have to have a lot of space, or not buy every single omnibus, or just stick to like 1 or 2 lines. But because if you want the covers to show, you can't put them on the shelf like this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Will be how Alf is the best member in the X-Men. No, it is not.
Do I need to read anything before reading Miracle Man Omni?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not anything, not any of the Marvel Man stuff. None of that. You don't need to. So good.
Cool. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, there's my buddy. Okay.
It's not the years that have come before, or even the ones yet to come. It's remembering the moments with ones who turn a stalwart life, I can't say that word, stalwart life, into a wonderful fellowship, wondrous fellowship of adventure. Again, sorry, the screen is smaller, it's hard to see. Dwell on the companionship of those who love you for who you are, while you endeavor to become something more. Most of all, thank your mom. She did all the work. It was really her day.
Dude, this is exactly what he sent me, though. Project Viking with coming in with the...
Wow, that's really cool. Aww,
super smart guy. I'm surrounded by super smart people. It for some reason doesn't catch on. Omar, you must have a cat soul, the way Alf creeps you. I'd like to think of myself more of as a dog soul.
Yeah, you're more of a dog person. Simone on Uncanny has me thinking, would you be willing to do a top 10 writers you'd like to see on X-Men that never did, dead or alive?
Dude, dead or alive is so hard. Because there are so many writers that I love that are no longer with us. And then, oh, man, that have never done not even one issue. That would be a tough one. Did you all enjoy? I don't know if y'all like the top 15 Wolverine fights. Doing experimental things from time to time on the channel. It's not Not really much for the algorithm, but also to keep it fresh, like me and my brain. What's up, Domovex, the guy that edited that said video? Thank you so much, buddy. Hope you're doing well. What are you doing up so early, man? It's like California time, 8 o'clock, right?
Here's a question. As a new comic and Omni reader, why is there a lack of Superman Omnis? I thought Superman was one of the biggest characters in comics. That's a good question, Willie.
That is the question all of us have been asking, and we don't know. I'm just straight up honest. There's really no answer to that because they don't know themselves.
I totally would read Hemingway on X-Men. Oh my gosh, yes, I would.
Hemingway on Wolverine is sorry, I got distracted. Hemingway on Wolverine is perfect.
Oh, okay.
For whom the bell tolls, bud.
I'll
give you a hint.
The middle claw.
Here's a hint. Dang it! I was having. What was the question?
It was about Superman.
Superman Omnis. I don't know. Like for a long time, there was speculation that it was rights issues, and that's why we couldn't get any John Byrne, Man of Steel. But then we got hardcovers. But when that was the list, or when that was in the catalog originally, it was supposed to be an omnibus. Yeah. So Jane Austen on X-Men.
Wait, Jane Austen was the character.
Oh, dude! Can you imagine all the puns? Farewell to arms, bubs.
Or was she the author now? Is it Charlotte Bronte? Isn't Bronte the author? Wait, you wouldn't know.
How would I not know? I've read a book.
I'm discrediting my English cred.
This is ready.
Farewell to those arms, bub. Oh my gosh, C.S. Lewis on X-Men. I would read that too.
C.S. Lewis on Eternals.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd read that.
Wolverine did meet Hemingway when Hama and Silvestri were on the book.
C.S. Lewis on Sandman. Now I'm just like,
really? Oh, that'd be a totally different take, though. It would be way more positive.
Oh, dude, Tolkien on Thor. That would be cool.
That'd be cool. Okay.
Him writing Odin. Oh, what the heck are we talking about?
Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat.
Buenos días, Omar y Melanie. Viva Perú, carajo. Muchas gracias, hermano.
Oh, you guys, next week in film studies, I'm showing my students Across the Spider-Verse. Anyway,
yeah,
that's it.
That's awesome, baby.
Any word on Superman Golden Age Omni volumes 8 through 10?
Nope, nothing yet.
Oh,
nothing yet.
What's the best 2D X-Men game?
Not a fighting game, but a side scroller. I'd probably have to go with the Genesis, X-Men 2 on the Genesis. That one was good. There was one on the Game Gear too that was really good, where like there was a virus that got all the men sick, so it was the X-ladies that you got to play as.
I love everybody's suggestions.
H.G. Wells on Cable makes perfect sense.
I read issue 2 of Cable by Nicieza this week.
Is he just as good as H.G. Wells?
No, it's just good as always. Just Nicieza writing Cable. It's awesome. It's just solid. Good. If you like Cable, then you'll like that book. You like that title. Clancy on Captain America. Oh, that makes sense. The chat has taken flight. Genesis. What does that mean, Tina? Genesis.
That's the one on the Genesis, the game.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Why are you calling Tina out?
Genesis on what? What does that mean? Oh, you're talking about
you're not the jerk of the relationship. I am. You leave that to me.
Sorry, Tina.
Edgar Allan Poe on something. Yes.
What was your pick?
Larry David writing Mad Drugs, the Multiple Man. That's awesome.
Wait,
yeah, look, she's yelling, but you yell back at her.
What was your pick for the game?
Genesis, the X-Men 2 on the Genesis.
So you and Tina agree. Yeah. JMS on X-Men. Oh, I would like that too. John Grisham.
He's currently working on Captain America, right? Best superhero game is City of Heroes. On a console, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse on the SNES. Final Fight style battles. Street Fighter 2. Yeah, that was Capcom that made that, right? And you got to play as Psylocke. It's good. I liked it. But I like X-Men 2 on the Genesis more. This is ready.
You want to try switching?
Do you think you can bring the camera up while I scoot this over? And we scoot this?
Oh, bring it up. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So.
All right, we're going to switch cameras.
We're going to switch computers. Okay, so while Melanie is doing that, so you scoot this over to the middle, baby, and then put the camera behind it. It's a little heavy. Camera, look at this cord. Follow that cord. X-Men Legends is goated. Yeah, my brothers loved X-Men Legends. We played it for a while. Follow Discord.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Goodness gracious.
But if we are talking about any game, the one on the GameCube, love that game. That would be Legends. Legends was fun, but he said
Legends
2D side scroller, which is excellent. 2D side scroller is my type of game, though.
All right. Did I do it correctly?
I think so. Now you just get in here, and let me make sure that. Hold on, just a second, everybody. We're gonna switch cameras. We're doing it live because that's how we roll. Wait. Now. Whoa.
Please do. Because one time I hit in stream.
There we go. Yes. And that. Okay. Can everybody hear us? Can everybody see us? Just to make sure we're okay.
Here, why don't you scoot over so to be more centered?
Just making sure the audio is okay. Yeah. Okay. Should be good. And way too many Omars. There's no such thing.
Too many Omars.
What is the Uncanny Omnibus Volume 5 going for $30 at IST? That I don't know. That is between Cameron and everybody else.
Can I close this?
Mm-hmm. You can, baby.
Oops.
But an X-Men crossover, Gollum versus Dupe. You still on that, huh? Didn't get off of it. Great transition. Look at that. Doing it live. That's how we do here at Near Mint Condition. You've transitioned successfully.
Yay.
Sound and video, good. Thank you all. Thank you all so much, Raul. Does your omnibuses suffer from page sagging, especially with the thicker omnis? If yes, how do you prevent it? Any tips? Do they suffer from it? I think like any big book they do, but there's no preventing it. For me, it's just part of owning a book that you like to read. I've seen people use what are they called? Book shoes. And I've seen people many years ago when I was at the Marvel Masterworks Forum, probably 10 or so years ago. Oh, no longer than that, using like styrofoam to put like a block underneath. And they actually make book blocks that you put on a book, like almost like a slip case, and then the bottom's like it's got a little bit of an angle, so the pages stay up. And honestly, I don't know if that prevents anything or not.
This was a few years ago.
Where'd you get these?
I believe Tea Turtle. So I don't know if this. I believe, but it was like, I bet you if you look at Marvel shirts, if they still make them, you can find them. But gee, I mean, these might be like 3 years old, maybe 2 or 3 years old. Heather says that the library stores big books flat.
I've heard that too from people, from librarians and people that have worked in the book industry, like actually like curating like big expensive books and stuff. Big heavy books should be laid flat, and that is from years of working at the library. Thank you to Heather and thank you to Mark Zimmer. What's up, my buddy? Kingsport Cow. ¿Cómo estás, hermano?
These are one of the favorite shirts that we own. But like I said, it was like 2 or 3 years ago I got these. Maybe Tea Turtle.
The best couple shirt we own that we only wore one time is the Legend of Zelda shirts that are electronic.
Oh, and the battery.
The way that they work is they're electronic, but they have like the heart. They have a heart meter, and your heart meter stays at 4 until you get close to your partner.
It fills up.
And then it fills up all the way whenever you get together, like next to it. That was the coolest shirt I ever bought. We only wore it once because just kind of stopped working. Hey, yo, are you planning on doing something new reading order? It's been a while. I'm voting for new Spidey. Yes, I'll be honest with you. It's really difficult to do that while working last minute on things like, DC's new solicits are up. Okay, got to do that instead, because I was working on my Transformers Part 3, and I told Dom, I'm like, I'm going to be doing that on Friday, and should be done, and then it can go out sometime in early April. But then things just get thrown at you, and I'm not complaining at all, but these books aren't going to read themselves. These videos aren't going to record themselves, and, I got to edit them too. So I promise I will get back to them when I have a little more time. I need to. I miss doing those, and I want to go back to my my Judge Dredd readathon that I had a blast doing, and I was trying to make it twice a year, but before you know it, there was a time.
James answered the question. You can find these on eBay. Thank you.
Yeah, there was a time that I thought, man,
hi Buggy this.
I think, how am I going to do this for a living if I can't have a video every day? Like before I made this decision, I remember thinking that was one of the hardest things. I'm like, well, I've got all these books. I could do retro views. I haven't done a retro view in a year and a half. A year and a half. I haven't done a retro view in a year and a half. Like, because there's so many new books coming out. There's so many publishers, and it's a blessing. And it's weird to think like, yeah, right before I started doing this for a living, one of my biggest hurdles is like, can I make a video every day without like burning myself out too? But here we are. So yes, thank you for asking that wonderful question. And yeah, I hope to get back to it really soon.
Spider-Man question for you. I'm collecting all the Amazing Spec Spider-Man Omnis. Where would it fit in Spider-Man by Zdarsky? What era is it?
It's right before the Nick Spencer era. So if you're keeping them together, if you just have Spectacular Spider-Man 1 and you want to keep that away from your Amazing Spider-Man, then that's easy. You just put volume 1 and then Chip Zdarsky's Omnibus right next to it because it's the tail end of that run. The legacy number.
What do you think is the Nick's saying thank you, by the way, about the answer to the question.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy.
My 100 plus
first time in the chat after 2 years of watching. Thanks for causing my 100 plus. You are so welcome. And
What's
I'm glad
the
to
largest
have you
ever Omni ever published by Marvel? Page numbers.
Isn't it Squirrel Girl? Did we just no AVX.
Oh,
The one right beside Melanie's head. AVX is the biggest one. I think it's got over 1,600 pages. It's huge.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Omar. I have been
Rocco.
eagerly awaiting your Transformers Reading Order Part 3. Oh, thank you.
Bar?
Yeah, I'm glad Dom, be careful, baby. It's heavy.
Okay.
I'm glad Dom approached me about helping me on the channel because he has given me a little bit of time to, he doesn't even live near me and he was able to edit a video. It's been awesome.
Wait, what does that have to do with living?
What are we doing?
Look at this.
Oh, somebody wanted to see the eye?
No, I'm just showing it.
Okay.
Thoughts on Immortal Thor? You like it?
Oh, I like it. Are you talking about the price? I don't know why. That is something that, well, I can tell you, no matter what kind of reviewer you are, nobody shares. You know, if you're a toy reviewer, Hasbro and Mattel are not going to share why they price something away. I have speculation. My speculations are like, well, perhaps it's because it was printed in America. Perhaps it's because they're testing the waters. And by the way, the reason maybe you're asking is that book is $29.99 for 5 issues. While I did another book in the overview that was more pages for 220 pages and it was $19.99. So I don't know. The other thing is maybe they're testing the waters on Al Ewing's name. They're like, hey, this guy sells books. Let's make it a volume 1, like see how well it sells. Because I looked at the next solicits and I don't see a book with that many pages or that fewer pages that is $29.99. We've seen X-Men, right? Like X-Men, like Since the Sinister was $50 for 300 and what was it, 50 something pages, I think. But that's X-Men. I don't know if that's what they're doing or not. Again, those are just my personal thoughts. I don't work for Marvel. I can just maybe that's why they did it.
Okay, so Bar was
I saw that people were tweeting about it, and then I got tagged, of course. And I was like, I really don't know. I'm sure there's people that think I know that I get a cut of every sell. That's not the way it works. Like, no, I really don't know.
You don't work like for Marvel. You don't create things.
But it's the internet. Believe me, I know for a fact people think that. Or some people, not a lot of people. Thank God it's the minority. But
so
like
Bar and a couple of other people,
baby.
We're talking about the timing of the stream. Yeah, daylight savings time. We spring forward an hour. Our clocks changed from move forward 1 hour, and I hate it. Oh, well, I got used to it now. Now it's been a week. Oh gosh, those first 2 days, I hate it.
Do you think we'll ever see a 2,000-page omnibus?
Thank you for the super chat.
I think somebody will test those waters for sure, Sato. I think somebody will definitely test those waters. I don't know who yet. Can you take over for a second? Just a second.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, Jaggernaut. And let's see. So that's a question for Omar. Omar is your favorite Marvel writer. Aw, man, him and his brother were working on a comic a few years ago, and I would love for them to like get back to it because it's genuinely like a really good story. I was
Hey,
saying,
sorry, my dad's calling and he's been sick, so I just want to make sure everything's okay. So yes, I think there will be a 2,000-page Omni, and I don't know who it will be, but at this point, it might be DC. They're pushing those compendiums like 1,200 pages on a compendium. Woo, testing those.
oh, Peace per Cow. I don't mind yes, we get more daylight. I wish we just leave the clocks where they are and quit this back and forth.
Was it Ben Franklin that made that system?
I don't know.
I think
I don't care.
Oh,
but yes,
wow,
I totally
don't care about
appreciate the extra light. Just
why does everybody like Deathstroke? Because he did terrible things. So why do people like him? This is a good question. So there are issues with Deathstroke. He's had his own series, and I see this come up from time to time. And I'm assuming you're talking about the terrible things that he did, not just being a killer and a hired assassin, but the things he did with an underage girl. And I can see that, of course, being a huge issue for a lot of people. Don't read it if you don't like the character. But the thing about DC Comics is that can you just...
sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay, because I want to make sure people know what I'm talking about. The thing about DC Comics is that they reboot their universe from time to time. I'm not saying that's a justification, like one day, hey, I'm a serial killer, and the next time your universe is rebooted, you're like, I'm an okay guy. But it's just what they do. So the character that you're reading about in like Christopher Priest's run of Deathstroke, which, by the way, I really like. It's an excellent series. It's not the same character that was in the new Teen Titans with the Judas contract and all those things he did with Tara. I think about characters like that, like when we read the Mutant Massacre, you have Sabretooth, who is like killing kids and killing women and doing horrible things, yet joined the X-Men. And I think it's really weird to see things like that. Even as a kid, I remember thinking, man, but then we don't know Wolverine's past, right? So I thought, okay, maybe this is the way about like a lesson in forgiveness and how horrible how horrible of a thing can someone do before you stop forgiving them? I thought these were lessons I remember learning when I was a kid through X-Men, not in real life, but through X-Men. Like when Professor X let Sabretooth into the X-Mansion, then let him join the team of who was he with? X-Force for a while, and then the X-Men for a while Wolverine was healing. I thought it was such a weird decision. But then the dialogue and the way the story was done kind of reminded me about forgiveness. It's really interesting, the lessons I learned through comics. But anyway, that was a long-winded answer for maybe the reasons why people like the character.
That was a good answer.
And let me get to some other questions. Omar, how do you feel about your first ever video on this channel? The Not That Kind of Pickle? I love it. Brings back memories. Man of Steel 2,000-page omnibus. I love that. Any news on the omnis that have the same covers yet? Yes, I have news, but I can't say a word yet because I don't know if David wants me to make a video on the update or if he just wants me to share it with people. So, but yes, those have been changed. Sometimes when I'm in Mexico, I buy some books that are out of print here in the US. It's a very cool way to save money. Do you do something similar?
This person earlier asked if you had some comics from other countries.
I do. I have comics that were sent to me from Mexico. I have comics from Spain when we were there. I have comics from Malaysia. Where is this? Is one of my wonderful viewers sent me this. It's the Spectacular Spider-Man Omnibus, the J.M. DeMatteis Omnibus. I cannot remember where this was printed. Obviously not in English. But I showed David this, and I'm like, they beat you to it, David. And he was like, yeah, but it's not in English or oversized. Touche, David. Touche. But it's really cool. So I do have Maddie, when she was in China, bought me Astonishing X-Men. When we were in Japan, I bought a copy of, what was it? Dark Knights? Dark Knights Metal?
Was it? Be more on the screen.
Okay. Tell me that. No, he did not, liar.
David told me to tell you.
No, he did not.
I just want a really quick show. What I made along with our daughters for
the reason I asked that question is because
I'll show that.
Okay.
Made for, oh my gosh, now what was it saying?
My birthday.
Yeah, for your birthday.
So I don't know if y'all played Mega Man or not, but this are the Mega Man characters from Mega Man 1. They made me a pixelated.
And we included Oil Man and Time Man.
Oh yeah, from the PSP game. The
so see if they're
deleted characters. They even included them.
So I glued it onto the made of perler beads, and I glued it on the canvas.
So that was my birthday gift. They made years ago. They made me a Mega Man 2. So I was like, oh, now you all know what to do because Mega Man 3.
You've been asking for a year, so
yes,
that's for your birthday.
That's so cool. I like when my kids make me things, and my wife helps. And this was awesome. This was
Let's
a nice
see.
gift.
I think I made Guts Man. Nobody wanted to make Guts Man.
Yeah, nobody likes Guts Man.
At least he made Ice Man.
Yeah. But that was a nice gift. Thank you all.
Oh, thanks. Heat Man is got the fire on his head.
Oh yeah, no, that's Fireman. How dare you? Heat Man's in 2.
Yeah, and it looks accurate because they're pixelated anyway. So
because
it's like,
if you look at pixelated art, right, they're just little blocks. Who's that dude with the fire on his head? Fireman.
No, it's Heat Man.
Heat Man is in 2. Don't you, Melanie? I cannot believe.
Did you just correct me like 2 seconds ago and I didn't listen?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you all.
Yeah, welcome to being a man. Did you just correct me 2 minutes ago and I didn't listen? Welcome to being a man. Omar, do you know if Winter Men by Jean-Paul Leon will get reprinted anytime soon? I haven't seen that one come back. Or I really like Jean-Paul Leon, and it's a shame we lost them a couple years back. But no, I have not seen that one anywhere.
Ben Riley years, were they skippable? Some people really like it. I hate clones. So I did not read it when I was a kid. I was like, I'm so angry.
I'll be honest. Rereading Clone Saga Omnibus 1, I was like, oh my god, this isn't bad. This has actually got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Issue 400 is a freaking masterpiece. Clone Saga Volume 2, I was like, all right. I remember why I didn't like this. Ben Riley Omnibus Volume 1. Oh god. I don't think I would keep reading this if I wasn't making a video on it. I'll be honest. Ben Riley Omnibus Volume 2. Oh, God, please put me out of my misery. But then we get Revelations. And Revelations, the 4-issue crossover, that was good. I actually liked it. I wasn't one of these people that was upset about that twist as who the villain really was. I was upset about what happened between Mary Jane and Peter Parker without going into spoilers. But yeah, so in my honest opinion, no. Ben Riley, no. Oh my gosh, no. But I also tell people to read it for themselves. Like, make up your own mind. You may love it. My buddy Omnibo loves that stuff, and there's a reason those books sold out. There's plenty of people that maybe like it for nostalgia's sake.
He tried to choke Ben to death. Peter did in the Clone Saga.
Oh yeah, okay. They got dumb. Iron Man killed
that's
female Yellow Jacket Spider-Man and used the pregnant MJ as a dodgeball to try to choke Ben to death in the Clone Saga. Both are still liked. Oh, you're talking about Iron Man.
Mark Sang's reading Ben Riley Volume 1 now. It's a lot better than I remembered.
As long as you like it.
Kingsport Cal didn't have a problem with Ben Riley in the 90s. Really liked his costume.
Did you like the Scarlet Spider costume, or did you like Ben Riley's Spider-Man costume that was designed by Dan Jurgens?
You're really making the deviled eggs, Tina.
Good for you, Tina. Yes, that's my.
I thought you were joking about it.
Because I like the hoodie Scarlet Spider costume.
Thank you, Tina.
That Scarlet Spider costume is so awesome.
Eat some deviled eggs tonight.
Omar, what are we getting? An updated DC catalog? It looks like there's a few things in there. I'll be honest with you.
Kingsport House says Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, Scarlet Spider Sword's that. I don't know. I don't know because they seem like they are short-staffed and running on fumes. Just from the emails I've gotten from them.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
They remember when they offered to send us a vinyl?
Oh yeah,
that was really. But I was like, I don't know how to. We don't review vinyls on the channel.
But
I was like, to keep like my connection with DC happy, I'm willing to. But it didn't work out in the end. I would listen to that. There's an actual vinyl that came with, or that was released at the same time.
Any word on the Star Wars Clone Wars Omni?
No, they are working on the next catalog. So I'm excited because David, we were talking on my birthday and on Friday about like the reprint poll, and he was like, "Oh, there's some really fun stuff in here. Oh, this is gonna be good to pick from here." So he's excited. Now, remember, I sent him 25, the top 25. What is worse, the clone? Oh, Trouble.
What's worse, Clone Saga or Trouble? If you love Trouble, join an MC Patreon for Trouble Book Club with Melanie and maybe a drunk Omar.
I think I'm gonna have to be drunk to do that.
So for this month, the book club, because it's Omar's birthday month is Trouble. You didn't have a choice. Sorry. That we are. Did you set up a poll for when to meet? Okay, good job. It was his job this month, to put up the poll. When are we meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we're professional. If you join the $7,
if you had told me that you were going to ask me, Melanie, we are meeting on.
If you join the $7.77 tier, that gives you access.
Looks like Sunday, March 24th at 6 p.m.
That we'll set up a Zoom meeting link and join to talk about Trouble and why it's not good.
And that is,
we did that last year for April Fool's Day. It was like, let's talk about something
that is one that I'm going
usually don't like,
because we usually record it and we post it there because there's different tiers that can watch it. But that is one that I'm going to ask everybody that's on if I could record it and put it on YouTube because I want people to see what kind of shenanigans we do.
Instead of just Patreon members having access, like actually on YouTube.
Yeah, but the Patreon members that want to join us for the Zoom call can join us if they want to. So, we got Trouble right here in Melanie's book club. Yes,
thank you, Saturday Morning Fan. I was thinking of that earlier, and then I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Getting into that tomfoolery, it's what I do, buddy. So it's non-canon that he did not the weird stuff with Tara. Oh, yeah, the rebirth stuff.
So it's
non-canon anymore because they rebooted the universe. That's a different Deathstroke. Almost called him Wade Wilson. Fun exercise. Alternating between you two after every pick. 4 picks each. Create 8 persons Avengers team. Okay.
Oh.
You can cheat by looking at your shirt.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about, John. Just us? Like,
yeah. I go first. You pick 4. I pick 4.
Well.
All right. You go, ladies first. Who's your first pick?
I love Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. So, okay. I'm gonna throw you for a loop. Cable.
Wait. I need it.
I'm gonna choose
Marvel
Cable.
One.
Feel like it's time. Although he's been in the Uncanny Avengers. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice.
What about you? Who's your next Avengers teammate?
No, I don't like being on the spot. I don't know.
Look at your shirt.
Well, no, I mean, I want to put a lot. Oh, gosh, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I like Deadpool, so Deadpool.
All right.
I'm just gonna pick who I like.
Black Knight, go.
Who's Black Knight?
He's one of the greatest Avengers ever.
Venom. Just
all
kidding.
Right.
No, not Venom. Not Venom.
Venom. Okay.
No, not Venom.
Okay.
I like Thor.
Thor. Okay. Female representation for the win.
I haven't picked any.
Shulky. I love She-Hulk. So let's put She-Hulk back on the team.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
And you don't have to pick a woman. You pick whoever you like.
I know. How about Jimmy says Quicksilver? No.
It's not like you're surrounded by books.
I've got one more.
You've got 2 more.
No, I've picked Spider-Man, Deadpool. Oh, you picked Cable.
Oh boy.
Well, it's freaking me out because you're gonna be like dead air.
Oh yeah.
Trunks. Snorlax. Sean.
That one person that just said, "Oh, people talking about comics with knowledge." Trunks.
And Snorlax. I've looked around.
Ernest Hemingway. There, let's get ridiculous.
C.S. Lewis.
Akira, the titular character, the little boy.
Here, I'm gonna make my Spider-Man the Miles Morales Spider-Man. How about that? Make it a little bit.
Okay. Can you pick another third character from the entire Marvel universe?
Well, Captain America. He feels like he should be a staple.
Captain America. All right. Last one for me. Stingray.
Dupe.
There's our stupid team. Dupe. Stingray.
I don't want Wolverine on the team.
Almost Ernest Hemingway.
Well, Wolverine does everything, and so does Spider-Man.
Wait, Ernest Hemingway is a Marvel character. He appeared in Wolverine.
He's a Marvel character.
He's a Marvel character. So is Santa Claus. There. Ooh, Santa Claus would have been a good one.
Oh, man. Pikachu.
Oh, I like the Blue Marvel. That would have been a really good one.
Who's Blue Marvel?
He was a character that was retconned into the Marvel Universe. He's like one of the most powerful characters. He's awesome. I really like the character. Black Lion is
Kitty
the guy.
Pride.
Oh, no. Game over. You lost.
No, I like Kitty Pride.
No, you went with Dupe.
You know, we did it. Okay, let's get the super chat. And we didn't talk about Beauty Cosmos. Matt, thank you for the super chat.
Have you heard anything about MK Ultra? 3D glasses, and Spotify playlist included in this trippy butt tale of CIA experiments of mind control and drugs. I've heard about it, but I haven't had a chance to read it. How is it? Because every time I see it in this when I go over the upcoming books, it looks really interesting, but I haven't had a chance to read it. I love you too, but this is painful.
Yes, it was. I'm so sorry.
So whenever you ask questions like that on the spot to my wife, she just breaks. And whereas I love questions like that on the spot.
I can't think quickly.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. You got this. So at this moment, we just want to remind you, if you live in Canada, this part of the segment is sponsored by BD Cosmos, the Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, and 25% off your orders of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for over 200 Canadian dollars or more. And they do ship carefully and well packaged, especially through that Canadian weather. And you let them know that Near Mint Condition sent you their way. And every time you order, you are entered into a $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers. And that's BD Cosmos.
BD Cosmos, with rewards and raffles, taking care of customers in Canada.
There you go. There you go. Neither of you picked Iron Man. You're both dead to me. Well, you should have thrown that in the super chat.
Have I read a single Iron Man comic?
I don't think you have. No.
I like the Iron Man from the movie.
I don't think Maddie hasn't done. I don't think Maddie's done any old reader, new reader on Iron Man. Maybe you two.
I'm not against reading an Iron Man comic. I just never have.
Yeah.
Because there's so many comics to read.
Oh, the best Moon Knight to begin with. If you like classic stuff, you cannot go wrong with the Doug Mensch, Bill Sienkiewicz run that really takes off in the Shadows of the Moon Epic Collection, or that first omnibus. If you like modern stuff, the Charlie Houston run is a lot of fun. If you can find the Jeff Lemire run, that is a different, interesting, and amazing take on the character too.
MP said it just ordered from BD Cosmos this morning.
Awesome.
Yay.
They're great. They're good. Good. Julian is a good guy.
Just thumbed through it so far. Artwork is trippy as heck.
It does look
Melanie,
trippy.
There's no real consequences to what you say on a silly comic YouTube question, so no stakes. Oh, yes, there are, because I want to put good critical thinking into it.
You did.
That's my whole life, all day, every day. Critically think deeply. Everything has responsibility and weight added on the consequences of decisions I make.
Thank you, John. You broke my wife.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, I think it was in college when I finally realized, like, I was walking to the store to get a snack, and I was like, should I buy a chicken and a biscuit? Oh, aren't those good? Or not? Because I was thinking about the calories, and I was thinking about the fat, and it finally dawned on me how much importance I ascribe to every decision I make in my life. Everything's all of equal importance, and how much it stresses me out.
What's the best Iron Man for detailed art? That would be the Extremists for me. Adi Granov's artwork is so good that he became the big designer for the movies. He's an amazing artist. It's the one that's written by Warren Ellis. It's called The Extremists, and it's actually a really good story too. But the artwork in there, so good, so good. Blowing her head. Why did you?
That's why I come back up. How should I read Batman by Paul Dini and Morrison's Volume 1? Is it best to flip between the two, or should I do one then the other?
Do not.
Any other collected editions during that era?
Don't flip between the two. That's a headache. That's single issue talk right there. That's single issue talk. I like that. That's single issue talk right there. Because you have big books. These books are supposed to be mapped and supposed to be collected in a way that you can enjoy it without having to go to another book. This is another reason why I'm not a fan of John Byrne's Spider-Man Omnibus, because they left out all the Howard Mackie stuff, which is part 2 to a lot of those stories. I say read through all of Paul Dini's book until you get to the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul.
My favorite Daredevil artist is really the only Daredevil I've read, and that's Zdarsky's run.
Oh, Kaketo? He's excellent, though.
Because he's so good. Oh my gosh.
He's good.
If an artist can nail facial expressions, then I'm all in. Oh man, it's so good. So that's my pick.
David Mazzucchelli, final answer for me. And John Romita Jr., a close second from for Ann Nesenti's run and The Man Without Fear. Yeah, he's so good.
Fun fact, Marvel Studios nearly got the original Avengers team in the Avengers, but they had trouble getting Ant-Man to the big screen, so he and the Wasp didn't make it to the Avengers.
Oh, that's awesome.
How can I start reading Heroes for Hire? Luke Cage first or Danny Rand Iron Fist?
Luke Cage first. Seriously. And then Iron Man. Like, you could do Luke Cage Volume 1 of the Epic Collection, then Iron Man Volume, or the only volume, and then go to Luke Cage 2.
Oh, wait, you need Wolvie.
Feliz cumpleaños, hermano Omar. Muchas gracias, man.
Thanks for the super chat, Jack. I hope you're doing well. And Smokes is appreciative of your answer that you gave earlier about Deathstroke.
Oh, you are so welcome. Yeah, I'm just being honest. And if you can't, I get why people don't like the character. I understand. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Now, there is really no good segue to this, but I do want to bring attention to everybody to my buddy Rocco. He's a little boy, he's 6 years old, who is fighting cancer right now. And, if this wasn't the Saturday morning stream, I would be dropping the F-bomb right now, but F cancer, because that is not fair for a 6-year-old to be going through this. There's a lot of hurt in this world, and sometimes life isn't fair when things like this happen. And I don't know why things like this happen. So in the description, I put a link to his GoFundMe that his mom is raising. So he has fought cancer before, and he's fighting it again. This little guy's a big fan of Legos, and he's a big fan of Spider-Man. So even if you ain't got no money, just give him some positive vibes and some prayers, and that goes a long way. So our thoughts are with him and his mom and his whole family, and I hope he overcomes this. And it just breaks my heart.
Thanks, James.
So I just wanted to bring attention to that, and the link is in the description of the video. And no 6-year-old, and nobody should have to go through that. But yeah, if you got like an extra book or something, maybe reach out. There's also an I can put it the Instagram there. Rocco Strong, and a big thank you to my buddy Adam for bringing attention to about this to me. Cancer's taken away some of my favorite people, including your dad. So F cancer.
Sky G is saying, wife is reading X-Men Volume 2 with the dust jacket on it. Sacrilege. Now I was gonna do one.
Whenever I make my overviews, I almost ask every time, and I always forget. Do you all take the dust jacket off, or do you keep it on? And I wonder if there's anybody that keeps the dust jacket on. And that's okay, because it's your book, right? You can read it however you want to.
Throws them away.
Zdarsky's a monster, must be stopped no matter the cost.
A dork. Oh, let me tell you though, that Ultimate Spider-Man, it's worth it picking up a single issues.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you. James is in the chat right now with your link to Rocco's GoFundMe.
And
thank
people
you all.
sharing their comments in love.
I'm sorry, Kingsport Cow. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Dusty is trusty. So does that mean to keep the dust jacket on?
I don't know what Sean says, but I kind of like that. Dang, Mark, I didn't know that, buddy. You lost your brother at the age of 4. It's a form of cancer.
Oh,
sorry,
geez.
buddy.
Oh,
Adam, you didn't have to do that, my brother. It was
oh yes, that
is my absolute. It's the least I can do. Like,
so we'll put that in the GoFundMe. We'll put that in the GoFundMe.
Thank you.
Here, let me give you Pinky reading, because he's reading a kid's comic. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. And yeah, you guys can definitely go directly to the GoFundMe to donate. And Bar, thank you for the super chat. And what is your question today?
Softcover Omar, this is a question for both of you today and the
okay.
chat. Do you prefer thinner omnis for more of a comfortable read, or getting the entire story in one thick omnibus? I'll let ladies go first.
Thinner
is better.
Just for comfort's sake. I'm reading single issues now.
give me something thick. That
like that Rat Queens, I feel a little overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. I like them thick. Give me something thick that feels like God intended to put on my hands, and it feels like a man holding.
So God intended you to have something thick in your hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't take that out of context.
You heard it here first.
James, don't you freaking clip
Folks,
that.
I said boy, 'cause
Dinner
they
for
made
dinner.
boy books
No,
with it.
sir.
Dinner for dinner. Please rhyme everything from this point until the end of the day.
I mean, why would you want the book to be broken up? Lord of the Rings. Do you feel like Lord of the Rings should have been broken up into 3 books?
I don't want it broken up. It's just easier physically to hold. Like, I can't read Rat Queens lying down. I have to like be sitting hunched over, and I mean, I don't mind multiple books, just thinner. So
I love those.
So there's like trades.
That's why I love those Colossal Conans. You pick those books up, man. You feel like a man reading Conan. You're like, oh yeah. But yeah. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Some people like comfort. Others like.
So Bar says, on one hand, I love getting the entire story in one book. On the other hand, I find it easy to read their books.
Yeah, I mean, it is totally
there
easy.
You go.
Unless it's got that, unless it's glued binding, right? Because we have seen in the past, it's been a long time, but we've seen Omnis with glued binding before.
Deadpool 3 and San Diego Comic-Con weekend. Are you guys ready for that weekend? It's gonna be crazy.
That weekend's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait for the movie.
What weekend is that? It's in June, right? Or July? Is it July?
Mm-hmm.
Omar.
The answer is digital comics, which there's nothing wrong with it. I personally don't prefer them, but
Omar, I was watching a panel with Tyler Hoechlin from overseas, and he said to prepare for the role of Superman in the DC TV, he did not watch other Superman actors and their takes on the character. Oh, I agree with that. I think that's sometimes a mistake, right? I think, honestly, I'm not an actor, but I don't watch other people's YouTube. Even though people reach out to me to be like, hey, man, can you check out my video? I haven't done that in years because I just don't like to subconsciously maybe get ideas from somebody else. I would feel bad. So I understand why an actor would not watch somebody else playing the same role unless you're supposed to be, right? I can see De Niro watching Godfather 1 because he was playing a young Godfather in part 2. But with Superman, you got to have your own thing. I like the 5 oversized Daredevil hardcovers by Sam Nee versus the Omni. So there's two of those, right? I want to see somebody try to read the AVX Omni lying down. That thing is huge, man.
Alfredo likes your Batman logo.
Oh, from this. Yeah. I think it's cool, man. Thank you.
And better run. Brubaker's Daredevil or Brubaker's Cap? Since you're a big fan of his Daredevil run, curious if Cap tops it.
So to me, a run really is defined by how good it is all the way through. And it's really hard because when a writer's on a book for so long, how good does he stick to the landing? How good is that ending? A lot of writers didn't have a chance. Sometimes editors were coming in and making them make choices, and they were like, I'm leaving, whatever. Let me wrap up this storyline. And you can see that in the book. I feel like that happened a little more in Daredevil. Like, I think there was more to Lady Bullseye. You'll see my overview of it when I talk about this, just the way it's written. But oh my gosh, Daredevil Volume 1 is probably my favorite Daredevil. It's up there as one of the top 3 favorite Daredevil Omnis. The Devil in Cell Block D. What is it? Cell Block C. That storyline alone is freaking amazing. But 2 is a little bit of it starts going a little not downhill because it keeps that same level of quality, but you expect so much more to happen, and then by the time you get to the 3rd and final act, you're like, where did this come from? Where's Lady Bullseye?
That's it. Newspaper is saying, Michael Fassbender tailored some of his dialect to sound more like Ian McKellen when he realized they were both going to be in Days of Future Past. Yeah,
I feel like you have to, right? Like the guy. Oh, what's his name? That played Bilbo Baggins. Oh my gosh, Melanie, what's his name? He was in Sherlock, and he was in
and Hitchhikers and
Martin Freeman.
There
Freeman,
we go. Okay,
just like Martin Freeman probably had to study a lot of Ian McKellen is stuck. Ian. Anyway, the guy that played Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings movies, Ian Holt. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you all know who I'm talking about. He was an alien.
Oh, he was?
Are all reading orders available in written form?
Thank you, Craig, for the super chat.
You. On Patreon, I have put up 90% of them that I've done in the past. But if you ever need one, let me know, and I can add it if I made a video. Ian Holmes, thank you. I was really close. I was like, Ian Holmes?
Ian Baggins.
Yeah, Ian Baggins would work. Oh, thank you, James, for sharing our Patreon link. Mark Miller writes like he's never seen the character before. I'll be honest, there's truth to this, always an instigator, but it works sometimes. Paul Jenkins never read any Inhumans, yet his Inhumans maxi series, or the Marvel Knight series, 12 issues he did with Jay Lee, is probably regarded as one of the best Inhumans stories ever. Not that they have like a ton, but if you like, my buddy Gio loves the Inhumans, and I bet that he probably holds that in his top 3 favorite Inhuman stories. Okay, never read any Inhumans at all.
Greg says,
Craig, message me on Patreon, and I'll see if I have them somewhere.
Well, the Transformers reading order video includes sections for mapping out the uncollected issues in case we want to do custom binds to finish the run.
I will. I that's part of what's probably taking me long. Home. Almost had it right. I was like, oh, I couldn't.
Case Pot Pete movie. Do you know where the term brainiac comes from? I do not.
Like, isn't that like a term for somebody that's really smart?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming had a.
Or are you talking about
something like deeper than that? Like, I don't know. Here, tell us. Carlos is saying Crisis on Infinite Earth, 0 Hour, Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis, Flashpoint, DC Rebirth, Dark Knight's Metal, Dark Knight's Death Metal. Would you add another Crisis?
I mean, you have to add, because it's in the title, right? Dark Crisis. Yeah, Dark Crisis. And then what's the other one? They're doing another Crisis this year, but it's like a soft booting.
So you prefer his DD run over Cap? You didn't say which one.
No, Cap.
That
over.
Sounds like us. What were we talking about?
Cap over his Daredevil, but the first omnibus of his Daredevil is better than the entire run of Cap. But I still prefer his Cap run because I feel like the ending of his Cap run was satisfying enough that he got to tell the story he wanted to. Whereas the ending of Brubaker's Daredevil feels like there was more there, and he just sets it up for the next writer.
Let's see. The term Brainiac originates from the character Brainiac himself before the word didn't exist. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can see.
He's like, what was it? The Dr. Seuss created the word nerd.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you guys. The halfway mark has been passed.
Thank you. Also, students of the week. But you know what? This is my birthday stream, so I can go.
I promised them I would announce it this week. The ones from last week.
I wasn't talking about your students, baby. I was talking about going a little longer. What the heck? Why do you just love yelling at me?
Because I'm defensive.
Man,
you're always picking on me.
I'm not.
All right. Anyway.
Okay, let me get this super chat, and you can get your students.
Okay.
Will you be doing a separate video on the Superman Silver Age Omnibus? I always do. It'll be an overview video, but I'll be honest. I am reading through those right now, and it's taking me a long time, so it might be sometime in April. Just read Ultimate's X-Men volume or issue number 1. Thank you, A Dork, for the super chat, by the way. But I heard some people didn't think that it doesn't feel like X-Men. Y'all know more about X-Men than me. Thoughts? Melanie's read it. I have not. She said it doesn't feel like X-Men.
It does not. Nope, it doesn't.
But neither did her Demon Wars and Demon Days.
So if you like Demon Wars, Demon Days, this is just like it.
And I think that's probably why.
Issue. So in case you don't know, it's this isn't a spoiler. It's Armor is the character.
Well, she's on the cover.
Yeah, Hisako, is that her name?
Yeah.
And so it's this Japanese schoolgirl, and something weird's going on in terms of another student who died, and this thing's bothering her, this black shadow creature, and so her powers are emerging. So I know Storm's on the cover of the next issue. I really like the art. It's a cute Storm. But it does not feel like X-Men. So maybe if you like manga, right, you would enjoy it. So just to give you a heads up on that. No. So I'm interested to see where it will go. So let me say, like, the Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Black Panther makes reference to something that happens in Ultimate Invasion, but Ultimate X-Men, like, it's just like, here's this story yet. At least in the first issue, there's no connection to anything that's happened with the Maker and Ultimate Invasion. So okay, did you give a dork a gift?
Here's your gift. You got an Alf gift. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much. Did you said I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, where is the No. Logan said that you highlighted a question from him, but you never asked me. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Logan, can you ask again, buddy? I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Yeah, while Omar's talking, I usually try to get ones that don't require answers. So maybe I accidentally clicked on it or something.
Where can I see the solicits for trades or omnis? Can't find an solid option, or maybe you can tell me if Devil Wears My Face will be printed as a trade. Great proposed interview, by the way. Thank you so much, brother. That is coming out as a trade. It hasn't been solicited yet, but it is coming out as a trade because I know Mad Cave is going to do it, and David said they were going to work on it after the final issue comes out. So I was thinking sometime in September is when that trade will be out. But I can always ask my contacts at Mad Cave. All right. I'm going to highlight comments just like you do then. Excalibur didn't feel like X-Men, but I still love it. True. So Melanie teaches. She's a high school English teacher at a school.
At a high school.
And she has students of the week that she picks out.
My students of the week from last week, I want to give a shout out to Shane in first period for being a student who takes his education seriously and is engaged. I really appreciate it. And in second period, Jacob for insightful answers in film studies. And Jacob, you remember Jacob, he wanted the Silver Spider-Man. If only you could find it, he could have it for Student of the Week.
That kid?
Yeah.
That kid got Student of the Week. Okay, go ahead.
In third period, Amaria, congratulations for being Student of the Week last week for your terrific work ethic and insightful answers. We've got first period creative writing Piper. She made a terrific children's book. It's, chef's kiss. It was gorgeous. Let's see. And in second period, Genesis for being a terrific worker, always on point. So good job last week. Yeah, it is. And then this week, students of the week, we've got Brandon in first period. I'm really proud of you for like concentrating and finishing your essay. Good job. And for second period, Abby in film studies she had surgery and she came back just making up work and doing her work and like nothing happened.
That's right.
And third period, we have another Jacob. And this, I don't want to say your last name on the stream.
Okay.
Insert last name here.
Okay.
So Jacob, you're student of the week for your participation, your love of film, and for participating in the class. Thank you. And first period, Aaliyah, for your, oh my gosh, she wrote a terrific short story. She just kept going with it past the amount that it needed to be. So good job. And I'm excited to see what happens in the story. And then second period, Emily, congratulations. I really appreciate how you're always working hard. Good job, guys.
All right. There you go, students of the week. Go become the next X-Men writers.
Oh, and you are my forever student of the week because I'm glad you're born and I respect your wit and your humor and how you genuinely care about people.
Oh, wait. So that means I'm your student?
No.
That means you're my teacher. What kind of weird thing are you making here? I am naming my kid Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, what?
Okay. If each of you could wish one Omni into existence, and the chat can also chime in on this, by the way. For me, it would be Superman, Man of Steel. The John Byrne stuff. What would it be for you?
Super Mario Brothers comics. Super Mario Brother comics.
You always come back to the same answer. You want me to save you some time?
What is it?
James Emmett Spider-Man. You always come back to that. You think about it for 5 minutes.
Right there.
It doesn't exist in America.
Oh, okay, then that one, sure.
All right.
Wait, but I had a good answer. The Super Mario Brother comics. There's a trade. There's not enough for an Omni. Hey, Ben.
When will Omar finally recognize
today?
Today's
the day.
These are other ones I would definitely want, but Superman, John Byrne is the one that I would try to make.
Captain Carrot.
And at this moment, I just want to remind people if they live in the EU to check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping rates of €12 for all EU countries. Bulletproof packaging. All emails answered within 24 hours. And you tell them, use the code near mint condition, all one word at the checkout. You get free shipping for all EU countries after your first order of over €40 or more. And that is Walt's Comic Shop. And they have big books that are available for pre-order right now, like DC versus Marvel, the Omnibus. Both the variant and the standard are 99 euros and 99. No, wait.
99
euros and 99 cents. That's what it is.
99.
And then Thor by Cates and Klein is 81 euros and 99 cents, both the standard and the variant. And that's
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and
Segue.
European collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting. No, wait, it's ting,
oh boy.
ting, ting.
All right, there you go. What's on next week's schedule? Come back to me a little later, Bar. I promise I'll tell you. Ting, ting, ting.
We do. You have the Newsweek channel has an oversized hardcover, The Best of the Super Mario Brothers that Valiant put out in the early 90s. No, I don't have that one. Got on clearance at KB's for $2.99. Yeah, you did. That's where I got my reboot children's book at clearance at KB's.
You've got the Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
That one's good.
It's so cute.
And I saw that this is going to release the Studio Ghibli like Totoro manga in a hardcover.
That's what somebody said earlier.
And
Saturday
somebody said
Morning
that
Fan, was it you?
yesterday, and I'm excited for that. Flash Mark Waid Volume 2.
Do an angry thing.
I'm hoping. Ting! I hope that that comes. Like, I hope that they do not forget. I don't think they have.
It's just like Piccolo yelling dodge in Dragon Ball.
Will there be a Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 6? 100% there will be. Omar, here's my comment and question. Your Wolverine fights video was so awesome. I loved it. I got to ask again for a top 20 Wolverine stories, though. Okay.
That's it. So that was something you need to address. Yeah.
You got it, buddy.
Actually, what I was thinking in my head was like, if he didn't see that, I'll tell him after the stream.
You got it, buddy. I'll definitely work on that. Love y'all. I finished Spider-Man 2099, Volume 1. Oh, did you like it? If you liked it, get Volume 2. Volume 2 takes place a little bit later, but it honestly, there's a lot of Peter David in there. And I don't know if people are keeping up with Peter David or not recently, but he's
So just to let you guys know, my update from Peter David's wife that got the insurance figured out. She's been going through sickness, and and then so he's stable, but not like in a good condition, and that physical therapy is going really rough for him. So that GoFundMe is still up and running, and but thankfully they got the insurance figured out. Mm-hmm. Favorite Marvel feel good tale?
There's so many.
Wait, I need to look over here.
I really like the wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix. It just melts my heart. Two people getting together. It doesn't matter what happens to their marriage later on, but that moment is wonderful. It's beautiful. It's beautifully written. The father figure that Professor X is, like, I don't know. I just really love that. I thought it was beautifully done.
Spider-Man Light the Night. It really is a feel-good tale, though.
That really
yes, it is.
Why are you yelling at me today? It's my birthday month.
But which Spider-Man? I mean, I really do. That is a genuine answer, but I feel like I could come up with a better one.
Zdarsky Spectacular before Spencer's run. Yes, it is. And is it necessary to read before it? No, not at all. Kitty's Fairy Tale is another one that I would put in my top 10.
Aww.
I love that one too. It's so good. And then the follow-up to that, from annual number 8, I think. I don't know if we'll do San Diego this year. I would love to. Okay, I guess we're not. Nobody writes trouble. Any indication how the Terminator 40th collections will be? Can see the crossover stories being a problem. They would probably have to omit some of those, honestly. Parts work. How are you doing, buddy? And a big shout out to my buddy Super Laugh Hard too. I don't know if he's in the chat or not.
I haven't seen him.
Maybe the time change messed with him too. But we talked through email a little bit, and I'm glad that he's doing well. And I hope you're doing well, Parts Work. And my buddy Blast, all you guys. It's so good to keep up with you all. It takes me a long time to get back to people's emails sometimes, though. And I'm sorry.
Jack, thank you for the super chat.
251 people in the chat and only 111 likes. What's up with that? Hope smash that like button, fellow NMC homies. Thank you for that, brother. Executioner Song. I take Executioner Song over Onslaught any day.
Oh, yeah. I think.
Those are
Did
good.
I read that?
Yeah, that's the one with Kurt Busiek that take place like in the past. They're really good. The Wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix Omnibus. Deadpool by Jerry Duggan, issue 20. It's one and done that will make you cry. That's a good one. Hey, honestly, not enough people talk about that one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Speaking about making you cry. Yeah, Dan Slott, Silver Surfer. But it's a good cry. All right. Did you guys say you're going back to Japan later this year? We are.
That's why I said we're not going to San Diego.
Yeah, we are. We are lucky enough to go with some friends, and I think last year it taught me to rejuvenate my brain. I have to look forward to something. And this year I do have plans to put videos out every day, though. Still, I just have to work my butt off, but that's okay. I have something to look forward to. And about the live streams, I was thinking maybe we could do those while we're overseas too. So we'll have to figure that out. But I promise there will still be something on the channel every day.
Because now Japan's just old hat. We could multitask.
It's like going across town. I'm new to this, but love seeing more. Nice to see you guys. Your names. My name is Omar. You can call me Omar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't do this at the beginning. Uncanny Omar, Astonishing Melanie. So together you add Omar and Melanie, and we are Omni, like the book. Blow your mind.
And rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, for even inspiring things like that you don't even think about.
That's true.
Hey, Minties. How's it going, Kane? Hope you're doing well. Spider-Man Life Stories.
A review of the first 2 episodes of X-Men 97 or wait till the end of the first season?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to my co-host Amanda about that. I was in Japan last year for Halloween. It was fun. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, we're lucky enough to go with some friends, and oh my gosh, that's saving us so much money. And we don't have to take our girls with us this year. Although I am gonna miss them.
Oh gosh, yes.
Oh,
you will. The girls are
the first night there. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna miss the girls. And then I'm going to Toronto with Lydia the weekend after that. We've already booked the convention stay. It's the Transformers convention, so I'll be doing a show from there that day.
See, that's why I said we're not going to
Project Viking. I'm coming to see you, buddy.
Graham saying good morning. Hey, Graham, would it be possible for you to ask David to add Marvel Team Up 109 to the Dazzler Omni? Aw.
I sent. Oh man. Sure. Yeah. I can ask because I meant to. We've been talking about editions, and so far they're still looking at things. They're still saying no to the Starjammers and the Excalibur 3, but you can't win them all. I really wanted that in there. It's got beautiful artwork by Pacheco, too.
He did word that oddly.
What did I say?
We don't have to take them, the kids. We don't have to take them. I know what you mean. You don't mean it.
English is my second language.
It sounds bad.
No, I love my kids.
Yes. What's the best current way to read JLA 115 through 125? Are they collected? They're
collected in trade paperback. 115 actually is part of the. Some of that is actually in the, if I'm not mistaken, Infinite Crisis Omnibus. Yeah, the Infinite Crisis Omnibus is where you're going to find some of it, but all of it will be collected in the trade paperbacks. Some of them are out of print. That last arc, not so good, but if you need it. Are you opening that up?
Yeah. Oh, it smells already, y'all.
Where is it? What is it then? Yeah, 115 and 119 is in the Infinite Crisis Omnibus. You can read it that way. But the final arc, I believe that one is written by Bob Harris, if I'm not mistaken. That one is available in trade. So,
Vulcan, I suggest for Marvel Omnis, Cable, and Deadpool. Rami's Prime Rib said he's enjoying it.
Annihilation, Uncanny X-Men, either Volume 1 or Volume 3. Volume 1 is where I would say if you like going things in chronological order.
Graham said, no problem if you can't. Thanks for asking.
Of course. I don't mind asking.
So, clear your senses, y'all. Open up your Spider-Man 2099.
Worst they can say is no.
Oh, here, show that.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the dust jacket for the Spidey 2099. This is the standard edition cover.
Ooh, and Cage's at Midtown Comics. Fun.
Oh, you are? Dude, that's awesome.
Here I love Midtown. I like that.
That's the same kind of design they did for the first one, so that's cool.
And
best feel-good Marvel story, Sensational Spider-Man AO #1 to have in a hold. Oh, that's a good one too. There's so many, and I think everybody, I'm an X-Men guy, so I have to go with something X-Men. Annihilation. You don't need any read before anything of what's going on. It's phenomenal. Yeah, that's one that I would strongly suggest.
It is
reading it. It is? Mm-hmm. Look at you being able to tell with the smell. Hope Melanie's feeling better. How is your back?
Oh, thank you. Oh, you all is Monday.
God, you're from Kentucky.
morning, I couldn't get up without Omar's help. Like I'd already taken the day off. I called in Sunday night because it hurt so bad to move the base of my spine. I think I pinched a nerve. So I went to the doctor and got some meds, and now I feel so much better. And I participated in karate last night, and I took it slow, and I'm doing good today. So just going up and down the stairs, I'm like, I'm not going as fast as I usually run up and down the stairs, but thanks for asking. Yeah.
Hola, Omar. I met tu video de question. Muchas gracias, hermano. Hey, Omar, how are you? I'm doing good. Having a party later today with some friends, and can't wait.
I'm not invited.
Hey, Omar and Melanie, you have my prayers for your son who's battling cancer. I lost my grandfather. Oh, it's not my son.
Yeah,
it's just a little buddy, a little friend to the channel. But thank you for that. Yeah, I lost my grandfather to cancer in 2005. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. He definitely needs the prayers. He's a little dude, Rocco. So I put the link in the description, by the way, to the GoFundMe if anybody. But if you ain't got no money, that's okay too. Some thoughts and prayers goes a long way.
No massage or chiropractor. Just
stretching is important.
It is.
You have no idea about my wife and her stretching habits.
We used to go run together. I was like, I gotta stretch. Biking. Oh, I miss riding bikes. Gotta stretch. Mm-hmm.
She's a martial artist. That's all she does is stretch. No more massage.
Let's see. She-Hulk Omni needs the Marvel 1000 stories where blonde Phantom turns young again. It's the ending to her story. Could Marvel add it?
To which She-Hulk, buddy? Which which omnibus would it be in? The Dan Slott one or the John Byrne one?
Oh, Richard, we're going in June, so it'll be closed by then.
Yeah, I heard that in the Gundam factory.
Because I was thinking, I bet you there will be something that, in terms of honoring Akira Toriyama, that we would be able to see in Japan. What is your opinion of story arc or event that sounded great on paper but was executed poorly in your opinion? Civil War, Avengers versus X-Men, and vice versa.
House of M. I did not like the way it was executed, but I'm a fan of alternate realities, and I didn't like. There just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough meat in to go with my potatoes in that one. And I feel like even the miniseries editors weren't talking to each other. So the Spider-Man from Mark Waid's miniseries, which is a good story, doesn't feel like the Spider-Man that's in actually like part of House of M. Like it just it never did anything for me. New stretch idea, Melanie.
No.
Touch toes. Omar put
like, oh wait.
Oh, Burn She-Hulk. Thank you for that. Okay. It said 99% of the day at work, so I feel like I have a stand-up desk because of that.
I do like how, as a teacher, I walk around a lot. Just watch. You're going to hit 100K subs when you're on vacation. Wow, that would be cool.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Don't know much about the X-Men. Favorite is Nightcrawler, though. Cool. That's Tina's favorite, right, Tina?
Mm-hmm.
How could I?
If I wanted to know
the main events and then see where they are in current comics, best way to do this.
My buddy has a wonderful reading guide. His reading guide is Crushing Crisis with a K. And it is phenomenal about telling you about certain characters and certain stories. I do reading orders visually for like the collected editions, right? He does reading orders for, this is a character. If you want to know about this character, this is all his appearances. This is all the events. Breaks it down. He is amazing. And that's why I was like, oh, we got to talk about X-Men this weekend. So,
here it is.
And yes, Crushing Crisis, that website right there is phenomenal. What I do visually, he has been doing for writing for years. And
heard you say you're not a fan of Lobdell's X-Men. Please explain, dude.
Yeah, not a fan. I don't know. Some stories click with you, some stories don't. I like Niciasa's X-Men. I don't know if that goes back to the whole mentality of late night TV. Some people like Jay Leno, and some people like David Letterman, right? That's it. Just like YouTube channels, right? Some people like this channel, some people like Near Mint Condition. Sorry, there's both in my hands. You know, it preferred taste. I didn't like his writing style. And I like Niciasa's writing style a lot more. I thought he understood the characters more. Lobdell had a lot of problems with dialogue from known characters that I did not agree with. Yeah. So I think it's all it's a personal taste is all it is. Nothing. I don't know anything about that man. I've never met him. But it was just personal taste.
Any idea when we should see the DM cover for the DC versus Marvel Omni? I want to pre-order it, but I don't want to get the wrong cover.
Well, are you a bigger fan of Jim Lee or George Perez? It's an unfair question, but
my gosh,
Jim Lee is doing the DM cover, and he's also doing the DM cover of the Amalgam Omnibus. So, by the way, somebody yesterday on the stream, I was looking at all the content, and they said that the 2 issues are still omitted from there because JLX did have a follow-up called JLX Unleashed, so they were right. So I'm going to email on Monday to my contacts. I don't know if they'll get back to me or if they even know what I'm talking about. But but I will still email them to see if those stories will be for sure omitted. And we'll see.
Elon said, I want to say thank you. Give me the French word for happiness every week. Aww.
What's the French word for happiness? Felicidades. Thank you, Elon. It's good to see you, buddy. Why do some omnis explode in value? I'm thinking Neil Adams, Batman, and Wrath of the Spectre, which could use second printings.
Thank you for the super chat.
You said it yourself, brother. You got the answer right there because they're out of print and supply and demand, right? You have something that somebody else wants, and if that somebody else wants it and somebody else wants the same thing, there's a bidding war. So you go to take it to eBay where people do this. Value goes up on anything that is out of print, whether it's a toy, video game, a physical edition of a 4K movie, whatever it is, things go up because they're out of print.
And Elon also sent a super sticker with that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Elon. Thank you. That was really sweet. So that's the answer because it's out of print and people want it. Whether they want to read it or not, I don't know, but they want it in their collection. Those 2 Neil Adams Batman really surprised me that they haven't reprinted it yet. But we are going to do a reprint poll for DC Omnis and DC Absolute Editions on the channel in April. So make sure you vote on that, and I will be happy to show that to DC.
If you're both teachers at Xavier School, what would you both teach? Wow. I'm happy with my first thought that popped in my head to help me keep things in perspective when I don't like my job. I would teach English. I would teach writing. I must really like writing, huh? If I in this fantasy world, I'd do what I'm doing now, and I would teach writing. Oh, wow.
I would teach.
But see, I don't feel like this every day, right?
Survival.
Every day I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be here. Anyway, go ahead.
God, that was a long-winded answer about your job. Okay. After your students of the week. I would do survivor skills because I see myself as a mutant with omnipotent powers. Yes, I have fanficked that before.
Aw, you're so cute.
You don't want to know what else I fanfic. You wouldn't be hugging me. Happy late birthday, Omar.
You don't know what kind of fanfics I read, so.
This is true, weirdo. How excited are you for your special March book club, and how would someone join? Oh, thanks,
Are you excited, man? I hope you can make it.
So how excited am I from a scale of 0 to 10? Well, it's always good to see you guys, so that's an automatic 10. But the book that was chosen is an automatic 0.
What do you mean was chosen? You chose it.
No, Bruce chose it.
Don't put it in a passive voice, was chosen. Put it in an active voice.
Fine.
I chose it.
I chose it.
No, Bruce chose
it. It's a 0. So it's a 5 out of 10.
So how would one go about talking about trouble?
Well, we are on Patreon, and it is a phenomenal way to support the channel if you can do so. And the link is in the description.
Everybody couldn't do it unless we had your support.
And the link is in the description of the video if you want to see the different tiers that are available. And that's how you can join the book club. And it's a Zoom call with everybody, and that I'll be recording. And I'll probably, if I have everybody's consent, put on eBay. eBay? Put on
eBay. Buy this file.
Well, I need a nap before that party tonight. My wife has been playing Final Fantasy VII.
I have, and no, I'm not the best at it. I am having fun. I like the music, although the music, I need to change it so that the music's a little quieter than the dialogue. And it's a lot of fun. And I'm listening to videos about how to do the fighting system, how to take advantage of it, because it's a little much for me. I'm not that big of a gamer. But oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun. Jack, thank you for the super chat. There we go.
I'm gonna let you read that.
No, sir. This is your super chat.
Oh God. Why? Elon's here. He's gonna judge me.
Alex is here. He speaks French.
Alex is here too. This is gonna insult so many people. Okay. Buongiorno is hello, right? Bonheur?
How do you say it?
Bonheur? Is that
Sure,
nowhere
that's
near? That sounds like it.
It's
Sounds
like
like
nowhere
fake
near.
French that I would add in a movie. Omar literally selling his out his audience.
I did go full body teacher.
This is what she does, man. You should hear her when I don't clean things right. Melanie,
But
what
when
are
I
the
speak, I make
latest
mistakes all the time.
single issues that you picked up? What's up,
Ooh,
Lionheart?
you just left your
Local
CS?
comic book shop.
Your local comic shop. So I picked up Carnage by Torun and Cable, Ultimate X-Men, Spectacular Spider-Man by Greg Weisman. Is that his name?
Yeah, Greg Weisman.
Right? And Ramos. And
Humberto Ramos.
Thank you.
There's
Batman, because somebody I said out there earlier. I definitely keep up with Zdarsky's Batman. I haven't read it yet though, but I picked it up 145. And a couple of other things that just I liked the covers and flipped through, and I thought it'd be interesting. From Boombox.
Oh yeah,
Skull Crusher. I thought that looked cute, and a couple of others. Oh, Edge of Spider-Verse is going to be on issue 3. I need issue 2.
Got Batman Year 1 based on your recommendation. Absolutely loved it. Thank you, Omar. So good.
What did you pick up, Lionheart?
Is it a normal fancy birthday or a costume party?
Just normal.
Yeah, we did a costume party before.
Yeah.
My friend sent us a video.
That was cool.
And I hadn't seen that video in years because I think that was my
Heather, Tina's wife, was dressed up as Kitty Pryde. Tina, were you dressed up as Jubilee?
She was Jubilee, yeah.
I don't know what I was dressed up as Death, but not really. It was kind of weird looking.
Omar does not have language skills.
But
yeah, Omar, we're all judging all of you.
Oh, the Head Destroy you like Spectacular Spider-Man. I think it was a solid start. I like the dynamic between Miles and Peter.
NMC Patreon Book Club 4K Director's Cut available soon. 4K's Director Cut is me just snapping on everybody that calls me during that time. Sorry if I missed it, but what do you think of the new X-Men announcements? Looking forward to them. I think I'm going to be talking with Peter tomorrow live in the afternoon, 6:30 about them. Because I feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest. I would love for you all to join me, so that would be a lot of fun. I don't know if Torun I'll invite Torun to join me too there, Melanie, okay? See if she's up at 6:30. She's like, Omar, I got a deadline. I got to finish writing Carnage.
So Max is explaining the joke, and Alex is explaining the joke as well. Wait,
is actually easy to pronounce.
Look, right here. Look right here. That you say boner. That was the joke.
Why would you say that out loud?
It's not a bad word.
It's not?
And I didn't read the whole
Would you use it?
I'm not using it in the context of a joke.
Oh, like the Joker when he was what? You know that panel with
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Something about never mind. I'm not even gonna never mind. Thank you all for the joke. I just butchered it, and I'm glad that I did.
Oh, thank you, Rob, for the suggestion about Spider-Boy.
I'm collecting Thanos reading order. Oh, cool. It's a lot of fun. Some of them are out of print, though. And there is another book. Oh, Christopher Cantwell, I believe, is writing another Thanos book. I'm excited. I love Christopher Cantwell. I don't think he is a very underrated writer. And I hope people pick up his Iron Man run in trades because it's really solid.
So Bruce definitely needs out gift. I did not choose Trouble for the Book Club. I just bought a couple as in 15. Do not blame me. I'm innocent in this.
I don't know about innocent is the right word I would choose for you. I'm done. I'm done pronouncing any more French words.
I am saying happy. Right, Var?
Where are you hanging out that it's a bad word? Has anyone read the recent Hot Girl or Fire and Ice? Heard they were both awful. Dom of X said Fire and Ice was fun. I haven't read either one. Which version of Hawk Girl is this? Is this the Latino version of Hawk Girl that I found out through a cover of her carrying tacos? Yo, man, people were sharing those Latino. It was like
bag of enchiladas.
Yeah, it was like bag of enchiladas. I'm like, you know what though? If this is how we're celebrating Latino History Month, they're not wrong. Like, I love me some enchilada. No,
there's nothing wrong with liking enchiladas.
And you do carry a bag like that.
Like,
yo, Hot Girl was about to go in her house and she had a bag. Just to let you know, I'm Latina now, by the way.
Just to let you know, Logan's going to be there for the stream. When's the next Where to Start?
I'm putting a poll up in April for the book that you all, or the character that you all want me to do, or team that you all want me to do. I'm leaving it up to YouTube to figure that out. And there's another poll tomorrow night about what comedy movie you want Amanda and I to review from my favorite ones on Wednesday at 8. No. Oh, shoot. I got to talk to her because we're doing Evangelion on Wednesday. One does not choose trouble for anything. Trouble chooses you. This is true. Yeah, Deadpool's got some Latino in him with his love for burritos. Was it burritos?
Oh,
chimichangas.
Reiner was holding tacos. Oh, Rainer. I said Reiner.
Yes. What was she holding? All I know is she was on a cover holding something, and that's how I found out she was Latina.
Have you ever had your class have a comic writer as a reading or writing?
That would be fun. You asked people.
I've given in the past options of like you could do a comic book style of whatever assignment it is. Nobody's really taken me up on the offer. I've also like let people that are great artists and interested in comics like look through Scott McCloud's books. I think they're a little too high level, maybe. They kind of quit looking through them, if you know what I mean. So I have I do have a creative writing class, and I would love it if somebody chose for their personal project at the end of the year to do a comic. I just don't think I've had anybody yet. Just luck of the draw. Just the students I have, nobody's really been interested in it yet, but I would totally jump on the opportunity. We did in film studies, what's it called? Storyboarding. And I had everybody create their own storyboarding in terms of using film techniques and, rule of thirds and composition and panning and zoom ins and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And some people made some really cool stuff with that. I want it to be genuinely worth something. Like you made something that's really cool. And I let them know that. I was tempted at the store to buy at the LCS. It was Hawkeye and or was it? Nope, never mind. It was a cool cover. The end. That's the point of the story. I don't know who it was.
What question was asked that led you to go talk about
Hawk Girl? Who was it? And they're pointing off.
Thank you so much, brother.
And they're talking to Thanos.
CNSS 84. With the news that Melanie mentioned you talk in your sleep. You talked about that?
Did I?
And that you whispered the words long shot.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Is there anything to tell us? No new announcements, but there is going to be some breaking news as far as the Mighty Marvel Masterworks. If you have kids, or if you know kids, or friends, that they're wonderful ways to collect these Silver Age stories. So my daughters are going to join me for the breaking news, and that's going to be so cool to shoot. Heading off. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you for being here, by the way. Why weren't my teachers?
Maybe that was it. Hawkeye, Black Widow.
Was it Morning? No, Morning Dove. Oh my gosh, Mockingbird. I think it's Morning Dove. That sounds like a soap. Anyway,
sure. Character could be Morning Dove.
Thank you for the super chat, brother. I hate your Alf puppet. How much torture has Omar endured with the Alf puppet? I put mine on my Labradors. Believe it is real, and it. Oh, that's what I should do with Strider. I should make it a toy for Strider.
No!
Start punching him with my Strider's my dog, by the way, not a kid.
There was. Let me scroll back up. Have you read X-Men's Red?
Mm-hmm. I love it. It's up there with Immortal X-Men. It's good.
And there's a question, and my answer is Deadpool from. No, sorry, Smokey. That wasn't the question.
Bane versus Doomsday. Who would win in a fight? Doomsday.
But let's go ahead and answer this one.
It's a killing machine.
My Deadpool is for your other question. Bane versus Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Really? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Bane. No, I picked Doomsday. Yeah, Doomsday.
Get killed Superman.
Let's see. Lionheart picked up Void Rivals. Oh, I picked up Transformers. And Thundercats. I got the Dynamite sent us copies, and I picked. He sounds. Oh shoot! What's the cover?
Chitara.
Somebody Lee.
Jay Lee.
Oh, I was like, oh, I like Jay Lee's art. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin 2, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Amazing Spider-Man. Awesome. Did I get all the super chats?
I believe you did. You know how to check, right? You just go here.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I just kept scrolling.
Okie dokie. Omar just outed himself for talking in his sleep. Now we just have to catch him letting. It's not the kind of talk you want to hear. Who is the worst Marvel character, Melanie?
Oh, I don't know.
Squirrel Girl? No, Steve Ditko created her. She gets a pass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ken for a long time for me. Hold on a second. Who is the writer of what is the Frontline magazine? Created by Paul Jenkins. What is her name? She was supposed to be like the new Jessica Jones.
Ben, put on you're going to take a nap. It's that Adult Swim dude that he'll just talk to you in this voice. What, that guy that you like? Me and Tommy like him.
I did not make it to the P.O. box today, but I will next thing. Oh yes, the reporter. The reporter on what is her name? The one that did. If you don't know MySpace, then you're not American, Captain America. I was like, what? Remember when she was like interviewing Captain America after he got arrested in Civil War?
Oh, I accidentally found. There we
go.
Okay. No, because I did not like Civil War. Oh, who am I kidding? Even books I do like, I don't remember.
Oh God, Penance. That's another one. But
that's a good answer.
Long live Speedball. Long live Speedball. Penance was so stupid. Don't even get me started.
What am I looking at?
Dr. Bong. Dr. Bong is even better than. What is her name?
Oh,
she's the reporter that they were trying to make the new Jessica Jones at Marvel Comics, and I cannot remember her name. Dang it. Created by Paul Jenkins. She was the Frontline writer. She was in the
Joe Pera talks with you. Listen to that, Ben.
Oh, you trying to fall asleep?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe Pera talks.
That's guy puts me to sleep. New Warriors got canceled. Yeah, and so did all the Kirby books at DC. You want to keep going at it? Come at the king. You best not miss, Josh. Big Wheel. That's a horrible character. Scarlet and Destro series up next. Oh yeah, I saw that Scarlet is it Kelly Thompson? Is writing Scarlet? I'm excited for that. iBoy is amazing.
You're welcome, Bunkmaster B. I genuinely think it's entertaining. It doesn't put me to sleep. I like Joe Pera just talking.
Joe Pera gets on my nerves.
When he's checking out the recliners.
Joe Pera. I remember I was watching that Dahmer.
What?
Netflix series.
No. You need to like cleanse your palate.
No. The Dahmer series. The guy that played Dahmer sounds like Joe Pera. And I texted my brother who likes Joe Pera, and I'm like, I don't think this guy sounds like Dahmer. I think he sounds like Joe Pera. What? The worst Marvel character is Danny Ketch. He's the best Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Johnny has a super chat.
I know. He's going to end up breaking you. Yeah, Evan Peters sounded like Joe Pera in his take of Jeffrey Dahmer. There was another question from my buddy, Big Stu in Orlando. What's up in the upcoming on the Bestest channel? Thank you so much for that, buddy.
Sally Floyd. Thank you.
Yes. Colin. Oh, I hated that character so much. That is the worst Marvel character ever, and I'm glad she disappeared. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she can return one day if a proper writer knows what to do with her. Okay, so the 17th, starting tomorrow, will be at 2 p.m. is Tarun's Grumbeck joining me for a birthday bash celebration, and you all can come and ask her questions. I will go ahead and tell you that is definitely a video that is not safe for work. So if you're easily offended, y'all know how Tarun gets. Y'all know how I get. It gets crazy. And then later on that day, I think I'm going to join Peter, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming X-Men titles with the new teams. The 18th is Daredevil Volume 2 and Captain America Volume 1. Or the reprint of... oh, no, it's not a reprint. It's a new book, but it's a rebranding. So Captain America Volume 4. The trades in the morning on the 19th, Old Reader, New Reader. On the Wednesday the 20th is the top 20 epic collections that you all voted for. The 21st, I know at 6:30 is the X-Men Evergreen, and I think in the morning I'm doing the Hulk Gray Gallery Edition. The 22nd will be the Fourth World Omnibus, and in the afternoon will be, maybe that's when I'll make your Carnage go live, but I may keep that for another day.
Carnage?
I don't know what I'm saying. And then the 23rd, I'm back live. Spider Shadow, yes. Easily offended, only when Marvel refuses to solicit an alpha omnibus. Well, you know, language is not for
equals demonetized.
Oh, yes. That woman knows how to demonetize me. But that's okay. She is a blast. And if you've ever been to one of our live streams with her in it, she does not shy away from answering questions or cursing up a storm. From Batman 66, Joker. So, yes, That's the line I was talking about. Wow, you knew the book. So laugh at my boner one day. I'll show them how many boners the Joker can make.
That's like the exact lines. From 1951.
Yeah, it was. I mean, different times, right?
Yeah,
like we changed.
Thanks, John, for sharing. Let's see. Not comic related, but hyped for the movie Late Night with the Devil with David.
Oh yeah, he's great. That movie looks amazing. And Count Crowley, have you read that Circuit 42? That is such a fun book, and he wrote it. I didn't know he was a comic book fan, and my buddy Matt sent that to me, volumes 1 and 2, and they made it into my October Hidden Gems, which I need to bring back.
So Josh is saying, by the way, why is it canceled? Jack Book and Two Absolutes behind you again. Where is that Safe Space and New Warriors collection?
See, this shows how ignorant Josh is. There was never a safe space in New Warriors. Come at me again, Josh. Go Google real quick.
42 says, no, I haven't.
Dude, it's good. Count Crowley is so good. Very underrated. So there's 3 volumes, I think. Just think of what the word dupe will mean in another 30 years.
Slade or Logan, who would win in a fight?
Oh, Logan. Yes. Worst Marvel character. I've heard a lot of people say Paul. That's interesting because people really hate that character.
Ooh, Doc says he has a 2-part super chat, so I'll wait, Doc, until I see the second part.
So, beautiful people, why is the art in Guardian Devil zoomed in on Joe Quesada's Omnibus? Blasphemous. It's not in the gallery edition or oversized hardback. Oh, you mean zoomed in. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, the gallery edition gives you the whole thing, right? So it's got bigger. I know it's got the borders, right? But it's got bigger artwork, and that's why. I don't know why it was zoomed in to begin with, though.
Okay, so Doc, thank you so much. I see the second super chat.
In my part 2 super chat, I'll share my top 10 Hulk fights. Which 5 are your favorite out of those and why? Okay, so you're sharing your Hulk fights. I can make a video on this. Oh, dude, thank you so much, brother.
I can't talk, Doc. I'm saying Dolk.
Okay.
Instead of Hulk. Okay.
Gladiator, Hulk Annual 1997, Zeus with the Chaos War. Very underrated event, by the way. Cable from Cable 34. It's got some good Ian Churchill artwork. X-Men from World War Hulk. Are you talking about the miniseries or the actual event? Silver Surfer from Planet Hulk. Wolverine. Oh, you already know. Thor from Banner of War. That's got some great artwork. Juggernaut from Hulk 457. No one talks about that one. Avengers from Immortal Hulk 47 and Batman. Okay, the best ones. Number 10, Batman. That is wonderful artwork. And on top of that, it's Batman. How often are these 2 characters named Bruce going to fight? That's perfect.
Your mom's name is Martha?
Your name is Bruce. Why'd you say that name? Shut up. Why'd you have to ruin it? Wolverine. Todd McFarlane, Peter David, the ending the Ground Zero. Yeah. And Todd McFarlane inking himself. So like for the first time in a Marvel comic, you got to see what kind of artist he is. Yeah, that one's good. And this is from your list again. Banner of War was awesome. That artwork is so good in that. The story itself was pretty good too. Man, this is hard because I really like all these. I got to go with Silver Surfer from Planet Hulk. I didn't see that coming. And at that time when Planet Hulk was coming out, like Silver Surfer is still in one of those places that Marvel didn't know what to do with. It was before the Annihilation and the modern cosmic stuff took off. So I have to go with that one. That one's good. Is that 3? And there's that 4. I said Batman, Wolverine, Thor, and Silver Surfer. So 4. One more. I got to go with... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to go with Zeus, Chaos War. Because no one talks about that. That's such a good underrated event. And because at the time, unfortunately, this is fact, that it wasn't written by Bendis or Mark Miller and never got the eyes that it needed to, right? Like at that time, they were focused more on the events that were written by better names because they had focused already on Greg Pak's Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. But unfortunately, I guess they didn't sew enough. Hulk?
You just have this extra little oomph at the end.
I mean, my Latino
Like you're
heritage.
pronouncing the U and the L and the K all separate. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's something I've never heard you say.
Oh,
or anyone
gosh.
for that.
Whatever. I made you forever student of the week. Thank you very much.
What? No, I'm talking about the way I pronounce Hulk anyway. Thank you so much, brother. Those are my answers.
Mm-hmm. Hulk versus Cable.
That was one from Ian Churchill when it was the Onslaught storyline.
Oh, he said one of the few good parts of Onslaught.
Remember the Hulk versus Apocalypse? That was pretty cool too. I like that one.
Nope, I do not remember. Kenneth says, sorry.
Okay.
Love you and your content, Omar. Keep up the super
Thanks,
amazing
Kenny.
work.
I love you too, buddy. You're a good guy. Kenny's so positive. Like, he has been fighting this Superman in omnibus format for so many years. And he comes on my streams to remind me that DC needs to do it. And I'm like, yes, I agree, man. They do.
I'm sorry, my head is currently stuck on shawarma and lava. I did read that. You're making me hungry, and I'm sure you don't want to be compared to a calf. That's fine. So, what are you reading right now, my sweet and beautiful Melanie? Oh, thank you. So, let's see. I've read the second issue of Cable that came out, and Thundercats, the first issue, and I've been getting ready for Omar's party, so I haven't read that much this week. And also started playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so I haven't been reading as much. There's one more comic I read. I don't remember. Oh, Ultimate X-Men. Oh, and Ultimate Invasion I read last week, and I'm going to record a video on it. But I read it last week while my girls were getting their hair cut. Because it's a quick read. It's only 4 issues. But thank you for asking. And I want to read Poison Ivy. I will.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was really
and
good.
I'm really glad Omar liked it.
I'm not saying that because I really wanted to hate it because I hate Marv. But but I loved it. Have you guys ever reviewed or reacted to the excellent Old Generation X pilot? I remember when it came out, I had to work that night and my brother recorded it for me.
Is that the one I watched a YouTube video over?
You probably did.
Nerdtalgic?
And it was adorable because you came in and you're like, did you know there was a generation?
Yeah, I watched the Nerdtalgic video on it.
I was like, yeah, did you know you're married to a 46-year-old? Of course I knew that. Did you know you were married to a 46-year-old that loved X-Men since he was a kid? Of course I knew there was a Generation X movie. I didn't need YouTube to remind me. So, yeah, Max Headroom was in that. It was a TV pilot, and I think they made it into a movie. And it had like Skin and Jubilee. Still probably had my favorite Jubilee out of any incarnation of Jubilee. But I don't know. Maybe Amanda and I can do it. Maybe Amanda and I can review it like a retro review. Just picked up my first X-Men book, Road to Onslaught Collection 1. God bless you. Good luck. For super cheap at my local store. What are your thoughts on Road to Onslaught? Luffy D. Monkey. I'll be honest with you. Road to Onslaught in the Omar naming scheme would be called Road to Omar Stop Reading Comic Books. That's what it would be, because Onslaught is when I stopped reading comics for a while.
They're gonna reprint it with that title.
Here's the thing. I hope you love it. Here's the ironic thing. Many years later, after that storyline helped me leave comics, I actually got to pick the cover for the standard edition of the Omnibus. And David was like, well, I don't like the back. And then I'm like, and he said, would people be upset? And I said, collectors be upset about that? Yes, you know the answer. And then he said, okay, we'll print the whole thing. Happy birthday. And I remember thinking, that's not what I wanted for my birthday. But I guess I'll take it. I don't even like that story.
There's no wall space, JJ Tiffany.
Well,
but you've got
back there. Yeah, once that room.
Not really.
Well, no, once that room gets finished, I'm hoping to have more wall space. I got doors.
Oh, thanks, Dog.
New segment on NMC. Single issues with Matt. I'm okay with that.
Maybe shorts. Maybe next school year. This school year, I've had 2 new preps, and I'm still with the third prep improving it.
What's a prep?
Preparation. Like I've never taught film studies. I've never taught creative writing. Freshman English, I'm improving it. So next year, when I can reuse lesson plans and just tweak them, that would be great.
Thank you for the super sticker.
Yeah,
Josh.
Thanks, Josh. Here. And this is
soft cover Omar, my Costco hot dog and drink combo. I'll take that. I love these.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Remember that's a Kmart?
That's a dinner date right there, buddy. What books are you want to read for fun? Oh God, for fun, I want to read all the Johto library again for fun. I love that stuff, and I haven't had a chance to reread it.
Johto.
Johto. Jodorowsky.
Oh, okay.
Alejandro. So we call him Jodo for short. I would love to read that for short. Like that's what I've been wanting to reread. The Superman stuff and the finish out the Green Arrow stuff. I want to read that for fun. So I may include Green Arrow in my reading order just so I can cheat a little bit and read some of those books I haven't read. Some manga that has come out recently that the kids are talking about. I'm like, I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So yeah, some of the stuff. Thank you for asking, dude. I have a random question. Why wasn't the first ever Namor comic from Timely Comics in the Epic Collection, as the Timely Comics was Marvel's old name? Because normally when it comes to Epic Collections, they start in the Silver Age. If you look at Captain America started in the Silver Age. There was no Golden Age reprints of Captain America. That's probably why. Maybe they'll do, you know how we have a modern Epic collection? What should they call the old Epic collection? You have Epic collections that started with Silver Age, modern epics that started, I don't know where, because 2005 and on. What do they call them? Like what gold? They can't call them golden epics. Makes you sound old.
Well,
AARP epics, something like that.
That's so much worse.
That's insulting. That's insulting. Hey, I'm only like 5 years away from that, I think. Did my birthday present parcel arrive safe and sound? I haven't had a chance to go to the post office, buddy, but I promise I will next week.
That's so sweet.
Thank you. Is
And
Ultimate Invasion still a treasury edition? They changed it to
Is there another?
It got solicited as a a treasury edition.
Oh, it was.
But they made it into a trade paperback at the last
standard.
minute. So it's just a standard trade paperback.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's listed as a treasury?
It was solicited.
I think it's fine as
it's got good. It's got Brian Hitch artwork.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Maybe I'm not. It's not bad. It's just maybe I'm not the biggest fan of Brian Hitch.
So I promise Elon next week I will be showing the stuff that came in.
Let's see. Would you say the Onslaught was one of those that sounded good on paper but just not executed well? I haven't read that event since it came out, so I can't remember.
So there was a lead up since the first appearance of Bishop.
I don't think it sounds good on paper.
No, I love the idea of
you?
a trade. The X-Men trader was something we would talk about, like who is going to betray the X-Men. We knew it was going to be an X-Men.
Okay, yeah, sure, but
but
to have it who it was.
I'm not saying that was good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the lead up was good because that was started by Jim Lee and Whilce Portacio, and when we were, when it was figured out who it was going to be, of course they're going to change it because it was way too easy. And then Jim Lee and Whilce Portacio left X-Men, and it became Scott Lobdell and Fabian Nicieza. And who they decided, or whether it was them or the editors, who the X-Men trader was going to be, it was stupid. And I did not like where it went. So it didn't make any sense, like what they did. And I knew that they had to get rid of the Fantastic Four and Avengers and America, so Jim Lee and Whilce Portacio and Rob Liefeld could rent them out for a year, but I wasn't the biggest fan of that event. So
John, thank you for the super chat. Rank Hulks: Devil, Savage, Green Scar, Joe, Paul.
Professor. Joe Fixit is my favorite Hulk. Best Hulk.
See the one with the suit.
Mm-hmm. The white suit. It's great. I love that character. Is Professor Hulk, would you include Handsome Hulk in that? Because I would go with Professor Hulk as my second favorite. And then Devil Hulk, because it's so complex. Green Scar, and then the Savage. Final answer.
Let's see. Who was the trader supposed to be?
Oh, spoilers.
If it's not. Well, it never was, though.
No, it never was, but I mean, obviously it was going to be Gambit, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
By the energy that you see Jean Grey die, like when she gets killed, that energy looks like that kinetic energy, colors and everything, design that Gambit had. And then there was the thief at the end where Bishop, Malcolm, was it Colin Malcolm or Reese? I can't remember his two buddies. when they go and talk to him, he starts talking about the X-Men traitor. But it was like, that's so in your face. They had to change it. LeBeau, that's what they kept calling him. So it was Remy.
Oh. Bruce, thank you for the super
Thanks,
chat.
buddy.
After talking about aliens, how about Reels talk about all the different extended editions out now? Just watched the 3 hours and 8 minutes version of Superman. Really enjoyed it.
There's a 3-hour version of Donner Super. Oh, it's the Donner cut, right? Yeah. That would be awesome.
So, and a follow-up question, Craig was asking, when is the next Reels talk? I'm way better talking movies and TVs than comics.
Oh, you're good, buddy. I think it's gonna be maybe next Thursday or next Friday. We had to move it over because
the DC
Neon Genesis Evangelion The End is coming out to movie theater, so we really hope to go and watch that. Amanda's going to join us for that too. She's going to be so confused. Wait, now I'm confused.
Yeah, she's never watched the
was
TV.
who it was in Uncanny 350, or am I getting 90s stories confused? No, Onslaught was somebody else. The traitor is revealed in Onslaught, including the whole. Like, if you read X-Men Onslaught, it will show who the traitor is at the very beginning.
So is Road to Onslaught and Onslaught essential reading if I want to start reading X-Men from Claremont to modern day stuff?
Oh, Claremont is long gone by those storylines. He said essential reading. If you want to start reading X-Men, sure. Yeah, they're important events. Read it and judge it for yourself. Seriously, I always tell that to people. Just because I don't like something or Phil Owens doesn't like something doesn't mean that you're not going to enjoy it. Me and Phil think a lot alike because he's an old soul. But you may enjoy it, and that's what matters. If you like it, then keep on reading. You might like that stuff more than the Claremont stuff.
Oh, baby. Here, I'm going to give the mouse. See, I can't even talk remote to you. I'm so hungry. Like, I'm getting a little dizzy.
Okay. Please remind Japan to release the Godzilla -1 at home. Need to see that. Oh, that's so good. What an Oscar. Don't give away the twist of Onslaught. It's better than that. I didn't give away the twist. I just said they chose somebody else. You all should read Kirby since I enjoy it. There you go. Omar, if I get the Ultimates by Miller Omnibus, Ultimate Comics Avengers Omnibus, and Ultimate Marvel by Hickman, am I missing Ultimate stories, or is that everything? No, there's still Ultimates 3 and Ultimatum that happen after Ultimates 2. And then after that is where Ultimate Comics Avengers takes place. And then after that is the Ultimate Universe by Hickman. But I strongly suggest reading Ultimate Doom and Ultimate Origins and maybe Ultimate Enemy, just because there's elements that are introduced through the pages of the Ultimate Marvel by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus. Whew. Phil stopped reading comics in 1960. He's not that old. I'm just an old soul. I'm not just an old soul. I'm an old man. So everyone get off my dang lawn. Thank you, Bruce. No, not the Donner cut. That is Superman 2. Amazon has the Blu-rays, real extended. Oh, what? Okay, I need to see that. I didn't know there was a 3-hour cut of Supes. I love that movie. And 2 is good too, even without the Donner cut.
No announcements.
No Mighty Marvel Masterworks announcements soon, but no Omni announcements, which I'm sure is what you're looking forward to, Don. That will come probably starting in April, and really looking forward to that. Omar, can you please tell Marvel to release the 90s Morbius solo run? I think they gave us a trade, but I would love that stuff collected. Go and pre-order Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. That will show them just how much need of that 90s horror stuff there is. Omar, what's the best Marvel event standalone omnibus where like all the Marvel characters appears, like X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and more? If I had to choose one, it would be probably Secret Wars, the 2015. I have nostalgia for Secret Wars, the 80s Secret Wars, the original one. But it's not that deep. It was more, and I know it's a toy commercial to a lot of people, and I get it, but I think the 2015 one was done really well, and it has some of the best portrayal of characters. Best part of the week is watching you keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Mike Carey's run on X-Men is freaking amazing and underrated. I can go on and on about his X-Men legacy and his X-Men. It is so good. It's only been collected in hardcover and in trade paperback. He's had one oversized hardcover, and that's it. And of course, in between some omnis and oversized hardcover collections like the Messiah Complex and things like that. It needs to be an omnibus one day. I hope they make it an omnibus today. No Phoenix Volume 3. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wish. The original Secret Wars is a terrific Doctor Doom story. Fact. Favorite shoes. Melanie says,
"You have not taken a breath."
It's my birthday. I got to, baby. You go eat. Let me take the chat for just a few more minutes. You go eat. You say bye, and I'll take over. And
okay, sure. I was just like, wow, like really, he's not taking a breath. Ouch, 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 ouch. My favorite shoes, Adidas sandals.
Okay,
I'm wearing this for years in the house. House sandals.
Nike, what's the ones that they don't make anymore? Pro Wings? I don't know. I don't have favorite shoes.
You guys, love you all. Stay minty.
Omar, what is your drink of choice when you're reading a book? Yours is wine. I've seen you drinking wine and reading a book, sometimes taking a bath and drinking wine and reading a book. Get that thing out of my face. For me, a beer. I'm a simple man.
No, I like drinking beer in single issues out on the porch.
Are you going to eat or are you going to answer questions? I love you. I'll be up there in just a few minutes. I'm not going to take long, I promise. Will we get Jonah Hex, Bob Palmiotti, and Gray Omnibus? I want that. They want that, so I hope so. Put them on the seat. Omar remembers when they made the first shoe. I'm not that old. What's your favorite Batman run? Probably things from my childhood. Run or event. If you were talking about runs, probably the Norm Brayfogle, Alan Grant, Jim Aparo stuff, and then rolling into the Chuck Dixon era and Graham Nolan era. But Jim Aparo is my definitive Batman artist, and that was my favorite run as a kid. Event, the Legacy. That's my favorite event. I love that run. That run was so good. Omar wears the New Balance with bleach. Dad, jeez. My brother loves New Balance. I do not. Thank you all. I wasn't aware of the time change in less than an hour. Oh, that's okay. Omar, was there when the wheel was invented? YouTube loss? YouTube? Omar's going to feel bad about that and apologize to Alf later. No, I will not. What's your favorite Spider-Man omnibus? Please do not cancel me, just like Will Wheaton was trying to cancel. Who was it? For punching a puppet or choking a puppet? My favorite Spider-Man omnibus is the Roger Stern omnibus, or the Michelini and McFarlane, just because I go with things that were my childhood and I loved. Feliz cumpleaños, amigo. Muchas gracias, hermano. I won't take long. I promise. Words every married man should memorize. I always give that advice, and I give the advice before you get married and you're going out furniture shopping, make sure you pick the comfiest couch, because you're going to be sleeping on that a lot. Doesn't matter how happy you think you are right now, you're going to be sleeping on that couch a lot. So make sure you get you a comfy couch, one that you can lay on, not just sit on. It's going to be comfy. Omar, speaking of Secret Wars, any word on adding? I did ask, and David said some of these will be yes, some of these will be no. So I did ask about that. What's the best X-Men spinoff to get into? Wolverine. My favorite. Second to Peter David, or followed by Peter David's X Factor. Feminis's X Force is up there too. Excalibur's a lot of fun, but a lot different than X-Men. And X Force by Kyle and Yost is excellent. A run that is overshadowed, unfortunately, by Uncanny X Force, because I think people prefer that, but I think I prefer actually Kyle and Yost X Force. I love that stuff. Happy birthday, Omar. Jay Kemper, dude, how are you? You're not going to be here, man. You're in California, but I love you, brother. Omar remembers when this new hot thing invented thing was called dirt. I'm not that old. Larry David. Yes, please don't try to cancel me for punching Alf. He's not a real human being. Happy birthday, Omar. I hope David, thank you, brother. I hope David has a special mention of Omar printed on the road to Onslaught. Yeah, that would be the one, right? Of all the freaking omnis for choosing the covers, of his name is forever associated with Onslaught. That would be my luck. Omar's still playing Pong. Oh, I was good at Pong, boy. Nobody wanted to mess with me in the household. Biggest Omni pet peeve, when they change the spine for future volumes for the same title. Oh, woo. That was a fight. Was it 2020, guys? Do y'all remember that? That was a fight on this channel. Let me tell you, I got a lot of people upset at me because they ain't got no one else to blame. And I'm like, I didn't make that decision. Finally, I just started calling people out. I was like, I did not sit in no meeting and saying, hey, y'all know how we pissed the fans off? We changed the spines. I had no dog in that fight. I bought a doghouse before my marriage. I don't even own a dog. My brother. Any chance of Black Sad in English? Bought a book that said Black Sad solely on recommendation, only to get it home and found out Amarillo is part 5. There is a complete collection of the first four stories in a hardcover. You can find it. It's out of print right now, but I can ask Dark Horse if there's plans to bring it back. I absolutely love Black Sad. Oh, my birthday was Thursday, but thank you, Ibsy. Why do you think we've never had a collected editions of the 1999 Titans run? Honest truth, I don't think they even remember. Seriously, I don't think they even remember. How old is Omar? You look young, sir. Oh, thank you, brother. I am 46 years old. 46. Where's the Sleepwalker Omni? The same place that my Darkhawk Omni is. Somewhere out on the cloud. Somebody's cloud. Omar is personally responsible for Paul. Boy, that whole week, people emailing, and it felt like I was responsible for everything. And I'm like, I didn't make any. Yeah, the Spine Gate of 2020. I don't know if dude still watches my channel, but y'all remember, was it Solo? It was Solo something. When I held up that Fantastic Four Volume 2 with a new spine, he screen grabbed it and it showed it on Facebook, and oh my gosh, I was like, I remember texting David. I was like, oh, this is gonna go bad. And he's like, why? I'm like, people don't like change. Any update on the poll? It is closed, and I should be getting the results on Monday. Video will be out on Wednesday. You're talking about the Marvel Epic reprint poll. And then we kick off the most wanted Marvel Omnibus poll with over 1,600 options. This is going to get crazy. Next Sunday, live here at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. He said it. Sleepwalker and Darkhawk Omnis are out there. Please don't read too much into that. Omar, how many times have you slept on the couch? Oh, dude, more times than I have fingers. More times than I have fingers, brother. Get yourself a comfy couch. When you do reading orders for characters who often feature in teams like Carol, do you count those as appearances as essential? No, I stick to mainly just books because it gets over complicated. If you want something like that, definitely check out my buddy Crushing Crisis website. Omar, Innocenti and Daredevil Omnibus. Oh, I would love for that. You know, I'm a fan. She was in my top 3 last year. I'll be 45 in July. Probably why we like the same comic runs. That's what's up, man. That's right. Stay young, brother. Stay young. About what Kingsport Cal say about my age? What did he say about my age? Near my condition. My birthday's coming up on the 25th. Big 4-2. Happy birthday, brother. When was the 25th? What's next weekend? Next weekend is the 23rd, right? I'll have to wish you a happy birthday next weekend, brother. I think of classic comics as beginning in 1990s. Am I correct in thinking this? Because the artwork looks like 70s and 80s, with a bit more detail. And the art had a big change in the two. I mean, art is always changing, right? Art is always changing. If you look at like Jack Kirby stuff in the 60s, and then you see the transition into John Romita, Sr., by the way, and people like Barry Windsor Smith, they were inspired by Jack Kirby, but then they started making their own type of art. And then those people inspired the next artists that were to come. And eventually you get into the 90s where you have the cross-hatching, right? Like everybody was cross-hatching for the sake of cross-hatching. And you had those artists inspire other artists. And then it was the whole manga and anime inspired boom. And there's always avant-garde people that do these before it gets big, like Michael Golden and Arthur Adams drew inspiration from anime long before there was Joe Mad or Humberto Ramos or Roger Cruz, who drew inspiration from everybody. But I mean, it's always a case of art inspiring art when it comes to different genres. Like right now, we're going through this. I don't even know what to call it. Like this Stuart Eminem, Pepe Larraz, R.B. Silva, and I like their art, and they all have a unique spin to it. But to me, it feels like the 90s when everybody wanted to be a Jim Lee clone or a Rob Liefeld clone. And those guys that did want to do that went on to become big stars like Travis Charest or even like Murat Michaels. And a lot of those extreme guys went on to do storyboards for movies. It's crazy. July 2025 is going to be a good birthday month for me with the Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic World 4 coming out in the next year. Oh, that's right. It's going to be a big month. Oh God, the Liefeld type era. But I mean, even if you don't like Liefeld, there were a lot of artists that were inspired by him that went on to just do their own thing. I mean, look at Todd Knock. Todd Knock started over at Extreme Studios. Liefeld found him. And now that guy, I love his art. Love his art. We are in the AI oh, please don't even know. I really hope it doesn't go that way. They're pretty similar thinking about it. I mean, they are, but they all have their own style too. Omar, one manga you'd recommend for new beginner? I'm down for anything as long as the story is good and interesting. If you haven't read Berserk, of course I'm going to recommend that. The Vinland Saga, because that's fresh on my memory because I just read it last month, is phenomenal. Parasite, if you like something scary, is now coming out in color. If people that don't like manga because it's in black and white now have no excuse. Still reads from right to left, though. How can I collect Miracle Man by Alan Moore in the original colors? You'd have to find the original comics because even the ones printed at Marvel for the premiere hardcovers, those had the new colors too. I read all of Bleach, and Bleach went downhill fast, unfortunately, because Kubo was just done. He was done doing it, and the editors kept pushing him to do it. So he stopped drawing backgrounds. He stopped caring about the story. I love that book. Jeff Matsuda is another one. Yeah, Matsuda. I mean, people forget that a lot of the artists now, I mean, look at the inkers. Danny Mickey is a huge inker. Every comic book artist wants to work with Danny Mickey. Came out of the Extreme era. Just because, you know, you don't like one particular artist doesn't mean that he did not leave an impact in the field of art. Like, I think it's great. I love those. Oh yeah, Bleach and Gantz were the ones that went out. Oh gosh, Gantz, that's another one. Did you see the new Hot Toy Wolverine? Awesome collector's item. No, is it good? I hate to bother you about it, but if you're still feeling up to doing a DBS Brawly as a video live stream, that would be dope. I know you're already done with some videos tribute. I did. It was an impromptu tribute to Toriyama. My buddy Rob and I, you know, we've talked about Toriyama for years, and it's just crazy that he's left us. Brain tumor, man. Life's not fair sometimes. Closest I got to manga was Akira and Ghost in the Shell, and those are solid. When are the Tomb of Dracula Omni reprints coming out? I don't know. That would be cool. That would be cool, man. It's in the top. They made it in the top 3, Phil. Can we get you and Tarun uncensored tomorrow like you're going to during... I'll ask her. How about I ask her? All right, Omar, have a great weekend. See you tomorrow with the streams. Prayers to your dad. Oh, thank you, Richard. And for Rocco, yeah, you know, for their health. Stay blessed and stay minty, Excelsior. Yeah, I promised my wife I'd be on for a few more minutes, and that's it. Okay, please, everybody, go and check out Rocco's GoFundMe. I left in the description of the video. He's a 6-year-old kid that is fighting cancer, and you all know this is expensive. And even if you can't afford it, you know, send positive thoughts and prayers to that little guy and his parents and his whole family. But that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for hitting that like button, for sharing the videos, for being here, for all the super chats, for being on Patreon, and just being a huge part of my life and why I love doing this and look forward to every Saturday waking up and doing this. I really appreciate you all. Could not be doing this without you all. And check out Cheap Graphic Novels. They are our sponsor here in America for books up to 50% off. They're having a pre-order sale right now on DC versus Marvel if you want to check it out. So, yeah, that's it, everybody. Go and check out my buddy Jess's channel, OmniDogs Vault. I think he's live right now. Sorry, I went over a little bit. You all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'll be back tomorrow live, probably with 2 videos. Tarun at 2 and maybe 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Peter M. to talk about these new X-Men books. Love you all. And that's a Patreon tier. Be good, everybody. Have a